last time on this episode of D&D. You guys left the fortress. You left the fortress. Viliana used a fly scroll to get everyone out of the mountains. You made it to East Haven as you saw the dragon at the far end of the city. It landed to finish up, and you guys charged into the ruined city. After one round of attacks, it retaliated and then flew off to the next town. You guys took a minute to regroup and then decided you were going to push on through the afternoon to try and make it to Bryn Shander. A few exhaustion was gained, but with the help of the spring water you took from the caves, and finally sleeping once you reached Bryn Shander, you were able to cure most of the exhaustion. Upon the morning, you guys leveled to level 6, finally.
Great success.
And we're met with Tuki and the Goliath catching back up to you. Upon hearing Tuki's recount of hitting all the 10 towns, letting them know what was up, you guys decided to utilize Tuki and send your 2
weakest
smallest and lightest members ahead to try and catch the dragon in Tourmaline before it headed on to Lonelywood. As Vorastrix and Domino took off on Tuki, flying directly to the city, Kai and Vorks went off into Bryn Shander to try and rally whatever cult members were available at the time, and May and Soren set off around the outskirts of Bryn Shander to begin the walk up to Tourmaline.
Yep.
And that is where we left off. So.
The closer you are to danger, the farther you are from harm. It's the last thing he'll expect.
Stop. Just stop. All right.
We say as you fly away.
Any group particularly want to go first?
Pew pew first.
No.
I want to go last.
Wow.
I mean, we're walking.
Yeah, I was gonna say we're walking.
I mean, are we walking, jogging, or running?
Last time I said we were walking so that they could sprint to catch up.
Okay.
Without us being like too
All
far
right, I'm
ahead.
just running around with thaumaturgy, just hollering for everyone to wake up.
Then
So nothing else you guys want
Come on
to
to the gate.
discuss or talk about
Nope, we are.
or do while you're walking?
I don't think so. We're all business, straight on the road, straight to Tourmaline on foot.
Okay.
The 2 spellcasters are with you guys, right?
Yeah, Villian and Jonah would be with you guys as well. So, if there's anything you wanted to talk about with
And the
them?
Goliath.
Goliath, I think, is
The
with us.
Goliath is with you
Okay,
guys.
Goliath is with us.
Yeah, Goliath is here.
Are you done with this? Do you want another?
Oh, no, you're good.
You done?
I don't think so. I mean, we're in business panic, catch up to the dragon mode right now. So it's like we're off to fight, off to save the city. Hopefully, it's not burned down.
I don't think we're going to be saving anything. But we can try.
Okay.
Sorry, right now it's like 2 a.m. right now. I think.
It's not like everyone's sleeping peacefully right now, anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah, we woke up at like 2. So
Yeah.
I'm nervous.
Sorry,
Because of going to
still
bed
hasn't been
early.
dead for a day.
Yeah, you've got a few more hours on him.
My character might do is making me stressed, so I'm cleaning.
Vorks and Kai, what are you guys doing as you come into the city? You see it's still mostly dark. There's not really any lights on at this point because it's the middle of the night. You do see some, like, tents set up in various alleys, refugees huddled in the streets, and trying to kind of carve out sections with what little belongings they brought with them.
I'm literally just, we're not like schmozy and we're still booking it somewhat fast paced, just screaming for Sally and whoever else is blood god following, and they need to wake up. We're going to the gate, like, now. As we're walking
The
forward.
North Gate.
Yeah, North Gate. And I'm just literally thaumaturgying it. Everyone who's not, they can just go back to sleep, but hopefully some other people want to kill shit. Hopefully Sally did something and they're not all dead already.
So as you guys are walking and screaming through the city,
Making a ruckus.
you do get a lot of angry shouts to shut up.
Fucking deal with it.
But, okay, well, I'm just gonna turn around and let your city burn then. Shut up. We just keep walking.
No, you shut up. You shut up.
As you get towards the middle of town, you do meet up with the town speaker. Duvessa would come up to you.
Oh, this is bad.
And
I shouldn't be talking to speakers right now. Okay, let's do it. What ties
she's looking a little haggard, like she hasn't really slept yet tonight.
Yep.
And she would tell you, if you are calling about preparations for the dragon, you might as well just come to where the militia has gathered instead of disturbing all of the rest of the people.
Oh, get smacked in the face. Excellent suggestion, speaker. Show me where they are. I'm still shouting though, just in case. Pull a couple people out that were hiding under floorboards, you never know.
She would take you to the,
You're a nightmare.
Yeah.
I'm the dragon's worst
the, she'd take you to the Northlook Inn where,
nightmare. Is that our end? I'm in the wrong town, never mind.
North Look is
Sorry.
where we were going, more or less. So.
yeah, and as you
Yeah.
come in, it is full of people. Lots of conversations, people moving back and forth, weapons being passed out. They're basically preparing for the attack. Glancing around the room, you would catch sight of Sally with a group of people, dressed in her full gear, readying a group of people as well.
I'm
And
walking over to see what's up with Sally and her little circle of people.
I asked the speaker if the speaker from East Haven arrived.
Ooh, good one. That's why.
she would say,
Wait, who's the speaker from East Haven?
I don't remember his name.
Is that folk?
Off the top of my head.
What's the go character? Yeah, you're a little bit different.
Just remember him being a brother.
Let's see how they're similar.
I mean, they do have some.
Like the only one in the city we're saving.
she would tell you that, yes, Speaker Daneth and Captain Indra of the town's militia arrived
Why do I know?
later
why?
yesterday.
Indra?
Indra. Looking around the room, you would notice a few people with various city crests on their gear, basically. You can gather that the militia that survived from the towns thus far have gathered here as well. And Duvessa would tell you, Bryn Shander is the most fortified, and the plan is of any sort of attack ever to gather here as a last stronghold. That is why you see so many refugees in the streets and trailing in. But we have about 250 soldiers from Brinchander and about 20 captains commanding the various groups from Brinchander alone.
Looking about, how capable do these people look? Is it just a bunch of old farmers that are just like, here's a crossbow, aim up, or does it look like they actually have some semblance of?
Yeah, you would get the majority of the people are like warrior type people, soldiers. You do see scattered about a few more veteran looking fighters. You assume those would be the captains. But they're definitely not like, which end is the shooty end?
Good.
They have handled weapons in their past for some reason or another.
Okay.
So it's the pointy end that goes in the back guy, right?
Yeah.
Vorks, as you walk up to Sally, she would nod. What?
I'm gonna ask her how many people she's got that are ours that are here.
I don't know. She's definitely writing down fast enough.
What? Who? From where?
The speaker of East Haven write his name down fast enough.
Daneth. Danneth. Sally would say to you, by my last count, we have between 20 and 25 people in here willing to fight. I did touch base with more of the cult members, but not all of the followers are capable of fighting. They have no experience, and they would just hinder our defenses more than help.
All right, go grab all 25 of them. We're leaving.
Where do you plan to go?
We're going to Tourmaline. Half of our party's already in the air, charging down now. Or that's where we're going, right?
Yes.
Yes.
Make sure. I sounded really confident there.
She would kind of give you a look and say, well, Brinchander is the most fortified and defensible position. Everyone in the 10 towns knows to come here in case of emergencies. We have the best chances of survival here within the city.
I don't want to have to smack Sam.
Oh God.
Oh, yeah, if it comes here, though, you've seen the other towns it's visited, right? We have. It might be well defended, but you're still going to lose a quarter of the town. We could kill it in Tourmaline, and it'll never come anywhere near Brinchander. And if we all die at Tourmaline, they'll kill it here at Brinchander. The result is the same.
Inspiring.
Don't have to sugarcoat it. My people like practicality.
If you take a tenth of our people here, we have less of a chance of stopping it here.
Ooh, she's pushing back. She's taking over for you. Jesus.
No, she's just a strong, independent, single mother. It's my opinion. She's no nonsense.
Okay.
Fine, give me 5. We're gonna go have fun. Give me 5 of them. You can stay
Okay.
here and make sure that if I get eaten, the religion continue.
I think that is a very sensible plan, my leader.
You like?
And she points out like 5 and gestures for them to follow you.
Yes.
The 5 most chumpy looking of all.
Women and children.
All of the people in here make up the militia. It's not
They've got like
people that
they got
are
a limp.
unable to
Yeah.
fight.
Who's got like Tiny Tim's polio or something.
God.
Speaking of Bryn Shander's laudable defense, what type of defenses do they actually have other than a big fucking wall? Do they have like trebuchets? Do they have what?
It's a really, 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 really
Yeah.
big
Do
cross.
they have ballista? Do they have like
No,
what
it's
do
a
they?
ballista.
Or wait, no, yes, trebuchet.
Trebuchet is the big slingy one.
Trebuchet is the counterweight.
Ballista
Yeah.
is the really big.
Catapults
Yes.
is just a spring forward.
Yeah.
Ballista is the big bolt.
Right.
So I just brushed up on the Google Insights things that I get. It's basically like Pokemon EV training. Like I could go and be like, yes, I really want to just buff up my athletics stat a whole lot. Let me go find a whole bunch of Yetis and use them. It's like each one can give me the athletics one. Because I can only get one from any one creature.
And it's an actual bonus.
Yes.
So you're
Actual bonus.
specifically out there eating, you're on a diet of only Yeti flesh, and as you eat Yeti flesh, you go more from like couch potato to Usain Bolt. And after eating like 12 Yetis, you're essentially Mr. Perfect. You can catch the pass that you throw to yourself from the 10-yard line.
Amazing.
It's like, what's the proficiency bonus at 20? Level 20.
6, I think.
16.
Maybe more. Might be 8.
Yeah, it's 6. Yeah. You get a level like 17 or 18? 17 or 18.
She says they have it sounds dumb.
Yep.
Don't laugh. Nobody laugh. They have
Even you can't get through
This
it.
is dumb. I'm going back and I'm punching Sally right in the face.
She tells you that they have a strong leadership and a tested militia,
Uh-huh.
along with helpful spellcasters
Okay.
that can target the dragon and
Okay.
That's why you're.
keep the casualties to a minimum.
Okay. Alright. How many?
Alright.
Actually, she tells us, like, how many spellcasters do you have? Yep.
All right, grab all 25. You're just hiding here, coward.
Come, let us take
Please
our
ask too
defenses.
many logistic
Let me
questions.
take all of your defenses
We have a defensive
onto
plan.
our suit
55.
so we can run off on our
55
suicide mission.
spellcasters. Holy
Wow.
shit. Wow, that's impressive.
A lot of
First level.
Yep. I mean,
Hey, it doesn't miss.
Honestly, I'm thinking we might just
55
wanna
magic
wait
missiles
here,
would
guys.
fuck like that would
Yeah.
fuck so much shit up.
Yeah.
We might just want to wait here. The more and more I hear, just want to
Think
just chill.
of what the towns can do, less in terms of mechanics
Sam
that
launcher,
the players
this guy.
can do. Like, that's not how this scenario.
Aw.
Like, that's not how they work necessarily.
Even though
like,
that they're out of earshot, I'm just gonna look over at Kai and be like, Kai, maybe we wait here. Maybe we
Send our party members
maybe we
off
just
on
dig in
a,
and see how they. They'll tell us how they do
on
it.
a suicide run, and then we just
as
feel like,
Dork
actually, never mind.
contemplates this, I just go. But think of your daughter.
Oh, that's right. Wait, what?
Only would.
Only one.
Oh, Scheisse. Never mind. All right, the 5 guys will be them. I'm going with reason.
Average damage of
I know, right? Like it's just like. Oh god.
shield.
Goddamn. Negative. It didn't go in. Just packed it on the surface. I look around and I'm just like, okay, well, I guess our goal here with this small scouting party, we'll say, is to
Recon and force.
yeah, and to make sure that if we can stop it out there, then maybe this town doesn't get wiped out. I'm sure the speaker from East Haven will regale you with how none of his town is left standing, and as great as Bryn Shander is, unless you have a dome bigger enough to cover the whole city, you're still gonna lose something.
yes, the benefit here is we do have root cellars for the civilians to hide in.
Yeah. Which I hope they're being funneled into right now.
Yes, that is part of the coordination that we are attempting to facilitate as they keep pouring through our gates. It is a slow progress to wrangle that many people, but we are the best capable of all of the 10 towns. And if
Good
you
day.
are willing to try and stop it before it comes here, more power to you, and we wish you all of the luck.
We do the classic Dylan handshake, like wrist to wrist, and then like later, Sally.
Okay?
Alright, so we got our 5.
Yeah, now we're sprinting over to the gate, catch up. So
The 5 she gave us, are they kind of
Yeah,
sus?
should've even
Yeah, like
asked.
what do they look like? Are they like, oh, okay.
They're essentially tribal warriors.
I like it.
Okay.
They have fancy headdresses made out of bird feathers.
No, that's just the stat block that they use.
Is that a good stat block?
It's better than a commoner.
You're talking to someone who has no idea what their stat blocks look like.
Everything's better than a commoner.
Okay.
Instead of AC 10, maybe it's like AC like 12.
Hey, that's something. That's what
Maybe
my
they
AC
use-
was until a couple of
I assume that there is some type of possible bow mechanic and some type of possible spear and or short sword mechanic.
There's a range option and a melee
Yes.
option.
Bring it
I
on.
assume they have leather, maybe.
Studded leather?
Yeah, like half plates at like a 15 AC on like a great day, but like probably not.
That's fine.
So,
Sweet.
I think they're all in leather.
yep, yeah. I assume they're all this in hide or some
Yeah.
shit.
Thinking
yeah.
like the Zulu warriors,
Yeah.
just like
They're also
Right.
militia, so they're used to like fighting tactics, taking orders. And, yeah, they're not just gonna be like, I don't want to do it.
Throw your spear and run!
If it helps her out at all, I'd be like, well, dragon's made of metal and it shoots holy laser beams, so that's your defense. Heads up.
Okay,
Holy laser beams.
we'll
Yeah.
work on that. Appreciate
Yep.
your insight.
She is terrified.
If it makes you feel any better, we did a number on it at East Haven before it flew away like a little bitch. So our
we do a
goal
number?
is
Jonah did a number.
there was a number done.
Our goal,
Oh,
our goal is to head it off in its weakened state before it even gets here. So,
I think Amber laughed at me when I asked how it was looking.
well, yeah, we only have one round of
Pretty
combat.
okay.
But we did like 90 to 100 damage.
It looks
too.
like I like have a mild.
Assuming there's
case
not
of-
any like resistances, but like this weird roll. See how well that goes. The
We basically put a sharp stick in its eye.
yeah.
Yes.
So
Its eyes are made out of metal too.
quite possibly.
Hi Kai, these are my 5 new friends. Or not Kai. Your name.
Wow,
I wanted
your
to call
best
them-
friend.
I wanted to call him Marty so much. Marty kept trying to leave my mouth, but it would have broken my immersion. May, these are my 5 new friends. I didn't give them names, they just have numbers. I never got names, they're just numbers.
I see.
Is there leather tanned red by chance? It's a joke
Oh,
from Star Trek.
red shirts.
Right, yeah.
Oh,
Don't worry about it. We're good.
I didn't get it.
It's fine. It's okay.
I was like,
It's
from the Red
Roby.
Dragon?
It was-
Like, no?
The moment that combat starts, there will be a lot of Wilhelm screams, and then all of a sudden they'll just
Yeah, their armor will be red soon enough, don't worry.
Alright, you guys are able to move at a decent pace and catch up with
Us on the road.
the rest of your group on the road
Cool.
without too much of a trouble.
You see a giant stag as Alexander and I start galloping up.
Classy.
I pulled the panther, the giant badger, and the giant elk. Those were the 3. I even marked them so I remember. Can't ride the other 2. I'm too big.
Okay. So it is from Bryn Shander to the next place for you guys is about an hour to Targos, and then
No. It's
That
like
doesn't
it's
seem-
like 20 minutes to
That
Targos,
doesn't seem right.
right?
yeah, no, it's an hour to Targos.
Damn.
And then from Targos to Tourmaline?
Targos to Tourmaline.
Whichever
that three?
one that people like least.
It was a shorter distance than East Haven to Brimshander.
2.
2.
So it's
Yeah.
a 3-hour total trip.
Oh.
It just turns into phone.
Visually, that doesn't quite line up on the map, just like looking at it.
That's annoying. That's because curves and bullshit.
Yeah.
It's just whatever.
It's all good.
Curves.
All right, 1 hour to
I was
Targos.
about to say, where
On
are you
the road
going,
again?
Jamie? Oh yeah, on the road.
Yep. And then, so while you guys are walking, is there anything you guys want to do or discuss?
While I ride Alexander, I'm just constantly keeping my eyes on the sky.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah.
And constantly, if I see either the dragon or them, like, in disarray of some kind, I just want to be able to shout it out as fast as possible.
I don't know where I was going with that.
Okay.
I'm just trying to jog next to May and real discreetly, like, hey, make with the religion stuff.
I gave it to you back on the road a while ago. You should have it.
Oh no, I'm talking about like with the talking in the head thing. Like, tell them how chosen they are. While we're jogging, you can do both.
Very light.
Yeah, it was very
All right.
Thank you.
filmy.
high five.
It seemed like it was.
Just random
Okay.
religious dog bone.
Passing off your leadership responsibilities.
No, I can't talk to people's noggins. It was really effective last time. Turns out if people hear a different voice in their head, they'd stop believing in science real quick.
All right. Then, at the request of Vorks, as we're running, I will glance over and look at blood sacrifice number 1. And mentally, in his head, in a real spooky whisper like, being like, glory awaits, glory awaits, glory awaits.
I don't know why I have the music from Top Gun playing in my head right now.
That's amazing.
It's just stuck in my head.
Is it Dangerous
It
or
is.
Mighty Wing?
It's Danger Zone.
Okay.
I just watched Top Gun for the
And
first time the other
then
day.
to
so-
blood sacrifice number 2, same creepy whisper thing, be like, death or glory.
Exactly. That's why you give the artist creative freedom to come up with whatever he wants to say.
You're all gonna die.
That's why I don't ask bold.
Some of you may not survive today. You will die a horrible death.
At blood sacrifice number 3, since I'm probably getting into it a little bit now, just be like, death is the great transcendence.
Horns just looking at you, your face get progressively more and more creepy as you stare at these 5 strangers. The strangers also look miserably shook.
Not helping their morale, actually.
I like that one. It's blood sacrifice number 4. Probably the wimpiest one in the group for some reason. He gets, a good death is its own reward.
Well.
You guys are just chilling. You guys are. Yeah,
Number 1 and 2 are like,
Nothing
yeah,
chilling
let's do
about what
this.
we're
3
doing.
and 4 are like, and then
Good thing I wore my brown pants.
Just a loincloth. Just drops freely.
and to number 5,
Yeah.
same creepy whisper voice, be like, fortune smiles on you this day. The leadership is yours to take.
Give him something. Give him a carrot, not necessarily the stick. Promote upward growth.
And then to Vorks, you get, beware of number 5.
In the same creepy voice.
Yes.
Okay.
And then after I do all that, I look over at Vorks, and I just give him a wink.
I wink back, but like each eye. Just wanted to be a good girl.
There. Now my mental duties of impersonating Levistus is done for the day.
Thank you.
Okay. And you guys keep on trudging.
Yes.
At this point, as you guys get to the north side of Brimshander, like immediately, and even you guys as you're walking through the city, like there is a stream of refugees coming down this road. So you are walking against traffic.
From Targo?
Yeah, that's a good question. Are there refugees coming in from Targos?
You can ask them.
Yeah. If we see people coming, we're like, oh fuck. Like, we gotta figure out where it's at.
Yeah, just grab one of the passerbys and be like, excuse me, which city are you from?
And how did you hear?
We've left Targos.
Has anything happened there, or is moving a precaution?
Have you not heard? There's a dragon attacking all of the 10 towns.
Yes, we're well aware. Is it at
You're
Targos,
also running to
or
a 10 town.
Is it at Targos, or did you leave prematurely for safety?
No, we've been evacuating since hearing the news.
Okay.
The final stand is in Brinchander. They are the safest.
I think she's secretly trying to tell us we should probably turn around and go to Brinch.
Yes.
Because a lot of
On
characters.
your way.
Suicide mission.
It's not. It's called a recon enforce.
It's called. We'll do what we can. Alright.
Do you stop anyone else, or just the one?
It's not at Targos yet. Do you want to just?
Do any of them look like fishermen?
Targosi.
Yes.
I will flag down a fisherman, assuming they are from Lonelywood.
I mean, I don't know what a fisherman looks like.
Oh,
but...
whatever. From Tourmaline or Lonelywood, assuming that they are.
No, I knew what you were saying, but like,
I know.
I'm not sure that any of them
They smell.
particularly look like a fisherman, but they're not going to be in their fishing gear.
I know, but they all look the same. But I'm just
Carrying their
it's
fishing
kinda,
Yeah.
I'm looking for like a type. I don't know.
Exceptionally grizzled for
Yeah.
Yeah.
Everybody just wanders around
Salt
dressed
encrusted beard.
according to their.
I'm gonna judge
I'll
you
see
by
if one of them.
physical
I'll just start asking the ones that I think look like
despite being on a lake.
water folk. If any of them are from Lonelywood or Tourmaline.
Okay.
Until I find one.
You
Or
do
throw
find one from Tourmaline.
Uh huh. Same list of
Looks
questions.
pretty disheveled. It's a yes, we come from Tourmaline.
Had the dragon appeared yet?
Yes, the dragon was there when we left.
How long ago did you leave?
It's gone.
And cut to the aerial team.
And reverse to
We
Brinch.
left just a little over 2 hours ago.
Oh no.
Okay.
Oh, there's no tourmaline.
It'd been there for a while. It was a bit chaos and everyone trying to leave and running all directions and trying to duck out of the way, and we couldn't get out any sooner.
And we're running.
And we're turning around.
I was about to say.
Well, if we get to Targos, do they have any? Targos is one of the other major cities. Do they have walls at Targos, right?
Yeah.
I believe so.
We have no way of contacting our friends in the air, do we?
No, you just were like, get on going, you assholes. Get there first and take care of it. And now you're like, maybe that was a bad idea.
If it's already there, turn around.
Yeah,
We did tell you if it was
to do that.
already fucked,
So
just
don't-
come back.
Yeah.
We would know what
Yes.
the next town was, right?
We told them to be
Yeah, we
like,
said go to Tourmaline.
yeah,
Well,
No,
so-
after Tourmaline, we know
It
what
goes-
the next
Oh, yeah,
one is.
to London.
Well, yeah, because
Yes.
Domino, you're the one that
You know
took
that
the
for
map
sure,
and
yeah.
told everybody else. So
Brinchander's next, right?
I'm
No,
pretty sure.
no,
It goes around-
it goes around the lake and then comes back. So it's gonna hit Lonelywood, then Bremen, then Targos, then Brinchander. So it was already at Tourmaline
You seem pretty
2 hours
serious
ago,
about it.
which means it's probably at Lonelywood at least
Pretty
now,
serious about
or
it.
it's on its way to Bremen.
Yeah.
But timing wise, however, if we get to Targos in, you said what, an hour?
Targos in an hour, yeah.
All right. So if we
Yeah.
get to Targos and it's still standing, then we'll see what I guess our paths hold.
Yeah.
Because going to Tourmaline was just to try and save Lonelywood.
Yeah.
Yeah, basically.
And if 2 hours ago it was mostly done with Tourmaline, the only was gone.
We're in the
He didn't
process of
say
going.
mostly done. He just said was there
2
when
hours
they
ago.
left 2 hours ago.
But we know they're pretty close.
And it had been there for a while.
Do we have insurance on our inn?
We got it for nothing, so probably not.
Did anyone take out life insurance on the mummy?
He's already dead. We didn't need life insurance. He doesn't need a health plan.
That was the joke.
mummy is a
That's how we save. That's how we save on infrastructure. We hire only undead people. They don't need medical expenses.
Or food.
Yeah, it's,
Mars.
that's every business should be run this way.
Write that character concept down.
Wait, what is it?
I was like, it's like every business should be run with undead people. You don't need medical insurance. You don't need to pay them for food. They don't need.
Oh
to do
my God! Jeff Bezos is a necromancer. He's got corpses driving around.
Sponsor us, Amazon.
Exactly, Jeff Bezos.
So I guess
Sponsor us.
land groups' course of action would be to get to Targos and see if it's still there.
Yep.
Yeah.
So if you want to cut to
Yeah.
them while we're just walking,
Yeah.
Turns
see if
out-
they're.
We're in danger.
No, they're in danger.
I'm in danger. I believe we said that it was about a 20-minute flight from Bryn Shander to
Yeah, it was
Tourmaline
40 minutes round trip.
for Tukey. So, probably about 15 minutes go by before Tourmaline comes into view. Is there anything you guys want to do or talk about before you get to the city?
So if we see it, we're just turning around, right?
No.
The hell are
Not
we
the
going to
game
do?
What do you mean? You're gonna fireball the shit out of it.
And then it's gonna laser breath us and we'll be dead.
It doesn't work like that.
Sure it does. This is combat.
It doesn't work like that. It's only interested in taking out the towns. It's not gonna attack us. Don't worry.
You know an awful lot for not knowing anything about this thing.
I feel like I know enough.
I don't trust your feelings.
Why'd you get on the freaking bird?
Because everybody was they were just going to tie me to the bird if I said no.
They were gonna make you a turret, essentially.
Well, listen. I understand your point of view, but you're on this bird with me right now, and I'm gonna need backup. I can't do this alone. I was relying on you.
I really don't think either of us were capable of doing anything with this
It's a chance for
situation. I think
character
they just threw us into a situation where, like, you take care of it.
Well, I'm not backing down, and you're with me, so you're not backing down either. So you might as well fireball, because I'll throw you off this bird.
What if it attacks us?
Then we fly away.
It flies a lot faster than we do.
In your head, you hear a very, like, old, deep voice that says, I believe you have greatness in you.
Bird is the word.
Hey, Tuki's essentially a demigod. He might give you wings.
Oh.
Kind of like stare off into the distance and be like, I don't think this is going to go very well.
Dog under me. Try not to step on her.
Don't you know the old wives' tale? Every time a kobold fights a dragon, it gets its wings. Okay? That's how that.
Yeah, that's how it works.
Yeah. It's totally how it works.
All right. Well, I mean, we're on our way.
I believe in you.
Belief is not going to save me from being burnt to a crisp.
I'll make sure you don't die.
Well,
That's the
do your best. We're gonna need it.
You can't even help me if I go down. I should be scared, not you.
See, this is why this was a bad idea.
Listen, I'm just saying. I already told you what my plan was. Oh.
Well,
Okay.
all right.
So at about the 15 minutes is when the city starts to come into view. Pretty clearly the large dragon flying overhead still going in its rows just like at East Haven, up and down the city.
He's just mowing his own lawn.
From, like, as you're approaching, you get that it's towards the north end of town, similar to, like, at East Haven, where most of the southern town is just in crumpled piles of ruins.
Mm-hmm.
I say to Tuki, I'm like, Tuki, can we stealth up behind it? 120 feet, please.
Sure. Make me...
GM.exe has stopped working.
Well, like, it should be stealth checks, but you guys aren't doing anything.
Right.
Sounds like a Tuki stuff.
Also,
Yeah, I mean, I was gonna make all of them do it, but...
Stealth check to see if they're not like.
Yeah, okay. I was trying to justify it in my head, but that's what broke. Go ahead and make me stealth checks.
19.
Did it.
14.
Did it.
I'm gonna use these for two.
Nice.
Level 20, if I max out one single thing, I can get a
It's
plus
just not
78.
proficient in stealth.
No.
That seems blurry.
So, what's the stealth modifier?
Put it all into
Dex.
stealth and just be like, I'm invisible.
Oh,
He doesn't.
No, he doesn't.
No. Bird is not dexterous.
Bye.
You're all assholes.
You chose this.
No, I didn't.
Did you happen to take the fly spell?
I did. There you go.
You're fine.
You should have tied him to the bird.
To be clear, it's your choice to engage.
Yeah, safety first. You gotta buckle up. You gotta time.
What skill is perception? Wisdom?
Wisdom.
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 Okay. 19,
16.
16, and
Oh,
stealth.
14?
8, 14. 14.
14.
Apologies, 8 plus 6.
Tukey rolled a 10. So, just the act of flying is a little bit more,
It's being difficult to be sneaky when you're in the middle of the air.
I guess so.
Whoosh, whoosh.
Yeah.
They're not owl wings.
Yeah.
Not.
Tukey's just making some kind of weird.
Blood for the bird god.
I hear the call of the great yellow bird.
Quetzalcoatl.
Let's also roll initiative
Get it.
for this.
Get it.
Oh,
Get it.
Oh, well, that's bad.
plays it as a
That's
lies.
I have a cat.
That is a 1.
Bro, get it.
Take my genius. Take it all.
Okay.
I'm the. You know
Don't
what,
force
Marty?
all of your juju, Jason.
He doesn't need to roll the hit. It's fine.
The juju's being forced that way.
That's juju
He
assault.
wants me to fail. This is what he wants.
No. I want you to live. I wouldn't want you to engage. That would be silly. But
But since you're doing
choices
it
were made.
anyway,
Choices were made.
Domino was raised right.
Okay.
To be suicidal.
Exactly.
She a call member yet?
Honorary.
Give her a number.
20 to 25.
Skip to like 10.
just ask them for what it is because it's only two
Yeah.
people.
That's okay. Look.
I know habits.
No backseat DM.
4. Initiative?
Oh, 13.
Okay.
Maybe the dragon rolled real bad.
Probs not.
Hey, if it closes
We're
the
not
distance for you,
120
then
feet.
that's more movement for Tukey. It's the way I see this as a win.
Yeah. No backseat.
And you guys get new characters.
Oh, I don't want a new character. I want this character.
The next guy Jason makes is like this.
Get
Is that fighter with that can't be touched for
Yes.
that one PvP game? Oh, that was so infuriating.
Okay.
It didn't matter.
Your chubby twin brother, Verastix.
Listen, Brastrix will die. His identical twin brother takes his place.
Just curious, like how high up in the air are we?
Yeah, about
Approximately.
100. Well, you guys can be however much you want. The dragon roughly stays about 110 feet above the town.
Gotcha.
It's 11d6 falling damage.
So,
But he can cast fly, so it's fine.
On me.
so as we are entering this like combat, Tukey's up first, and so he will be able to get you within the 120 feet range that you want to be in for his turn.
And he knows that he has to save some to get us out of that 120 foot range, right? Because that's what I told him.
So it's still gonna go around a turn. Like he's gonna his turn, he's gonna move
He's like
us.
the mounted.
And then it'll be each of our turns and we'll do our things. And it'll be the dragon's turn.
Yeah.
And then it'll be his
I
turn
don't know
again.
what those are.
And then he's gonna have to run with us on
you
played
can-
it, so
You could basically
I
let
think it just ran on its turn.
you could basically let Tuki move on one of their turns, but he'd get no action. He would only get his movement to take them
Yeah.
where they
Right.
wanted to go.
That's what I do when they use the sentient carpet that I have in my game. It's just like, if you are riding him, he counts as an object, which is a free use as a regular like action in D&D. I was like, he just loses his initiative. If you don't use him, or if like no one's riding him, then he gets his initiative, and I just cue him back in. But until such time, he just counts as an object to be used. Because they're like actively using his movement, not their own, for that scenario. That just helps me stay sane whenever
makes
I
sense.
do it.
Makes
Yeah.
sense.
Okay.
Seems a good way to go about it.
Yeah.
Okay, then, since Domino is next anyways, we'll just let you be in control of Tuki since you were kind of giving the directions anyways.
I'm next.
Crossbows akimbo.
We'll say... when... Well... We'll say, when we started the initiative point, you weren't at the 120 feet distance yet. This is when you would have gotten, like, close enough to potentially be noticed. So, we'll say you guys were, like, 250 away,
And now we're 120.
so you could go, or like 200, so you could get to the 120, which would be 80 feet, and he would still have 40 feet of
Perfect.
movement left.
80 feet of GTFO.
Okay.
Well, GTF in 40 feet to get out.
Yeah, it's I mean the 40 feet of GTFO.
So Domino, what would you like to do? You're at the 120 foot.
I would like
range.
to, for my action, cast slow on the dragon. You make a wisdom saving throw.
Yeah, that. What's the range on that?
120.
Nice.
Huh.
You stay right there.
Should have sent Jonah.
I mean, he does.
I was about to say the dragon falls from the sky dead,
What's
and
the DC?
Vorastrix never shuts
15.
up about it ever again.
Just
No, they,
succeeds.
they take care of it, and we're like, well, we should wait here. And then, like, guys, we did it.
Well, that failed.
that's-
As a bonus action, I'm going to take the potion of radiant resistance. Okay?
She blew the load that quickly.
I can't cast any more third level spells.
She used their sendings this morning.
I
Yeah,
used my sendings this morning.
and she just used the last potential sending slot to warn us that
Yep.
we need to wait in a certain area.
But
So
she
you
does
got-
know what going on, so it's fine.
Damage resistance for an hour.
Good deal.
And then we're going to back up, but not further than 150 feet.
150?
150. We're going to get to 150.
Okay, so you're gonna back up 30 feet.
Yeah. That's for you, right?
I guess.
Light them up. Get it.
Whose turn is it now?
Now it's the dragon's turn. And he did notice you.
Mm-hmm.
But does he care?
I didn't attack him.
What about Bumper? What about Bumper?
Did cast a spell on him though.
What about Bumper?
He remembers.
Yeah.
How?
Because
Vorastrix
it's
didn't
not
attack him
totally
last time.
brainless automata.
Right.
He was hiding.
I'm just giving him shit because he didn't attack him last time.
He recognizes the other two.
I don't think Domino did anything.
Also, the bird wasn't there.
The bird was there. Oh, well, the bird flew by earlier.
Oh.
Well,
This is everybody's fault but mine.
So
Yeah, fine.
don't give in to peer pressure.
Yeah.
She's a life lesson
Says the
for you.
beard. Providing the pressure.
So people just fly away if it gets bad.
It's going to look over at you guys as it notices your approach and feels the magic fail. And it's going to fly 30 feet towards you and use its breath weapon. So I need all three of you to make dexterity saving throws as you are in a line, essentially.
Oh, fuck.
19.
Nice.
Don't use my die anymore then.
Burn it.
Melt it down. Cast it into the fire.
Melt it down and make anal bead. Stick the dice up your ass where they belong.
5.
That's a fail.
Yeah.
19.
May want
That's
to
a
get rid of
success.
this. I could be just.
Tukey fails.
Dude, Tuki's useless.
But Tuki's a divine being. Maybe he's immune to radiant.
I mean,
Dude, Tuki was like a...
I rolled a 3 for Tukey.
Tuki created continents in the last game. In this game, he's like, oh, well, I'm not very good at flying quietly, and not really that strong, and it turns out I'm not very dexterous either. Or wise.
Wild magic surges have some severe side effects.
Tuki's the equivalent of, like, Al Bundy. He's still talking about what he did with Captain Tom, and he hasn't done jack shit in the last 40 years. Stares at his old
So
Captain Tom
it's
jersey.
35 radiant damage
Ouch.
on the fail, and
17.
Half.
Your health?
Have to
Success. And
Half to go.
so 8.
It's not so bad.
Meanwhile, Bull
17.
falls off unconscious.
37, 35, you said?
Because you round down to 16. Half of that.
I have 11 hit points.
Oh, because
You have over
Yeah.
40?
Yeah, 46.
You have to round down.
you-
I know,
constantly.
but
Yeah.
16 plus 16 is 32.
Yes.
And 17 plus 17 is 34.
Yes.
Yeah, it's 35. You have to
Okay,
round
thank
down. Yeah.
We're gonna run away on the next turn, right?
He says as he's coughing up blood.
Nuke him. Be like, I will not take that sitting down.
Pilot
Here.
does not take directions from the gunner. I don't know if that's true, but
He probably doesn't want to stick around after that anyway.
Right.
Yeah, Tuki's
And
probably...
then it's going to essentially turn back around, kind of give you a tail flick, and go back to the section that it was working on in the in the town, which would be about 150 feet away from you guys.
Get him.
And now it's for Asterix.
The frightened
Fireball.
children and women. They're just all panicking people on the street. They just see this aerial
Pretty decent
battle.
rolls.
Yeah, it's not bad, not bad. Not bad.
That's a dex save.
Yep.
Yeah, not bad at all. 37. Get fucked.
You pretty much like carved your name into the side of this dragon at this point. Did you name him your bitch?
What's in DC?
14.
He succeeds.
Yeah, figured. Okay, so he takes. So 37 divided by 2.
18.
18. Yes. Numbers.
I could do it. I added 2 to the last one.
I'm proud of you.
Thanks.
All right, that's my thing. Are we going
I
now?
added 2 and then half to 1. That's how my brain works.
Hey, you gave as good as you got.
He fucking wiped me on the floor, and I like threw some dirt at him.
So now it's Domino's turn.
Time to go. Really fucking pissed at the restaurant stops. I'm just gonna say it.
That look. That look.
Depends. Sponsor us.
Get it, girl.
She broke out the book.
Sponsored by Angry Little Kobolds.
Very.
You could jump.
Erectile
I can't
dysfunction.
fly. I
Sponsored.
could just get the fuck out of here.
You could get you halfway back to Targos.
Mhm.
But the dragon knows you now. He's like,
Oh
man.
wait, yeah, because it's an hour.
Yeah. You said it took 20 minutes to fly to between the two, right?
If he gets up high enough, he could come in at an
fly
angle
directly
and
from
essentially land in
Brinchander
the
to
town.
Tourmaline. It was 20 minutes, but
If
Yeah.
you fly
It's longer to
high
walk
enough
'cause you're
and
walking along
fast
the
enough
roads.
For 10
So him to
minutes,
fly to
you could
Targos
essentially
is
get high
short,
enough to
take
kind of
about
glide
10
your way
minutes.
in.
That's not how
Maybe
that
less.
works. When fly
he's
runs
got a
out, you just
smaller.
drop like a rock.
Tuki has 120
What if
foot
it just, like-
fly speed, which
No,
is what I was
no,
using to
off of
calculate
what?
that 20 minutes.
Yeah,
He only
I don't
has
have
30
cloak.
foot fly
No.
speed, so it
That
would
is
be
how that works. That's not how
longer.
that
It would
works.
essentially be like walking, but you don't have.
Yeah, it's okay.
He just
like
wouldn't
halfway.
fall.
Need more
He could
imagination.
at least fly to the ground.
It actually says that you just fall when the spell ends.
Yeah.
I was just saying you could use the spell to fly
Oh.
off Tuki to the ground.
Yes.
Because it's not faster for you to fly back to the group because your fly speed is the same as your walking speed.
Mm-hmm.
The reason it's faster for Tuki is because his fly speed is significantly more than
Right,
yours.
right.
He's up birds.
Okay, then it would be faster, but not as fast as Tuki.
So I told Tuki to get me within 90 feet.
Get him.
I'm gonna hex him.
Okay, so that's 60 feet of movement.
Okay. I'm gonna
Okay.
hex him.
That's a dex save. What save? Charisma? I don't
There is
remember.
no save.
Yeah, I don't,
It just
actually, I don't think
just
Hex
get
actually
Hex.
has a save.
Oh,
It's like
yeah, you just
Hunter's
get,
Mark.
Yeah,
Just,
you just get
Oh, okay.
And then I'm gonna shoot him
I thought there was a save on there.
with my
I
crossbow.
can look it up real quick, but I don't think so.
Where
No,
is? Oh, I put the
no,
dragon
you're
away.
right. That's just, it just
Do we
happens.
want the dragon out for this?
So, and then we got you.
Give it a hex.
Oh.
You got the Tuki mini? Or the
Get hexed.
all of us are safely not involved. Domino.
So wait, how is this going to affect the damage that the militia does to it now that it's a hex?
Who knows?
It's just
It
for
only
her.
makes her.
It's just her.
How far away are you right now?
90.
90.
Oh, it's almost right now. Yeah.
Oh.
You don't need to.
I don't need to.
Okay.
No.
And,
You're pushing. Yeah, you're pushing her. Like,
put that like
I mean,
right
is-
below.
I assume Tuki's at least a large.
Yeah.
Put a wafer down.
Stay.
I don't know.
I mean, I don't assume that you guys are going into melee with it, but.
charge.
Okay, and then what?
I'm gonna shoot it.
Okay. Go ahead. Make
Yeah, I
an
got
attack roll. Oh, you can just sort of thing down.
I shot it at disadvantage, but I still actually shot well. 17.
That'll just hit.
get it.
Pew pew. Oh, I won.
Halfling
9.
luck. Halfling luck.
Oh yeah.
I remember.
Work
Is that for
on
damage?
damage dice or only d20?
I can't
Just
roll.
D20s.
I think it's just d20s.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Pretty sure.
So then it was a 1, so 9 total damage. And
Unless
then
you
we
have a.
bounce back 40.
Okay.
You said we had 40 left, right?
You moved.
Shit, I forgot about the
You moved 60 out of 120, so you've got 60.
Oh, move back 60.
So 20 more.
Because I want to stay 150 away from him for him to get his last fireball off before we leave.
I think I did that right now.
Okay.
Bumper.
Bumper, come on. Really?
Do you have to do that on camera?
Mm-hmm.
This is not only
She's,
pants bumper.
So you're saying 150.
Exhibitionist,
Yeah.
that's
Okay.
the term I was looking for.
So actually, I have a little bit more movement.
You're making
too,
cat
that
butthole
works.
jokes? Is that what's happening?
Basically.
Okay. It's Domino's turn then. It's the dragon's turn again.
If you go down.
Did it take? Domino, you did the hex damage, right?
Uh-huh.
Okay. Just double check.
It'll be fine. She'll save you. She's got this. I have faith in Domino.
So it's gonna feel the bolts pierce its hide and kind of look back at you guys. And if it could give you a look, like, it would give you a look. Yeah, exactly.
Really?
It's gonna go its 30 feet towards you guys. And its breath weapon recharged.
Oh,
so
god damn it.
it's gonna hit you guys again. So go ahead and make a dex saving throw.
A death saving throw.
Ow.
Dex.
Well, failed again.
Bro, stop using the dice tray.
Yeah.
Yeah.
12.
Failed. Same thing as last time.
Okay.
Rolled a 2.
A 12 also fails, but Tuki succeeds.
Hey! He
Good
can
job.
fly your injured dead bodies back to us.
Nah, she'll be fine. Tuki, I'm sure Tuki can heal, right?
Not this gimp Tuki. Not this like freaking red shirt Tuki.
Tuki could heal himself.
Oh, that's
if
cool.
there were other parrots around.
This is like prequel
Oh.
Tuki. This is terrible.
Good to know.
He was meant to live in a tropical environment.
32 radiant damage, half to 32 for you.
Mm-hmm.
Half to 16, and then 8 for Domino.
No, I
she
failed.
So
So
16.
16.
16.
16.
Alright, see you out.
Unconscious.
So I'm unconscious.
Okay.
No.
Blip. It's gonna go back to its
16, 34 minus 16. Sorry. Give me a second.
18.
18. So I have 18.
it's gonna take up its position back in its last row.
It's left.
Gorstrix, make me a death save.
Mm-hmm.
You got this.
Stop using.
20.
That is a success.
Get it.
What's the
We're fine.
11. Counts. Domino.
Okay. Well, it's my turn, so I'm gonna bonus action healing word him.
You feel Rastrix go limp behind you.
I'm holding a little under my armpits because it's holding onto my. So.
He's riding, bitch.
Yeah, that's how
So
it
he's
works in
gonna
my head.
heal
Turret gunner.
1d4. Oh, 1d4 plus my spellcasting ability modifier, which is so you get 7 points.
Hey.
Cool.
Look at that.
Can we go now?
But you have to hit it one more time.
No! No!
Come on, and then we'll
No!
bounce.
No! No!
Not even one
No!
more time.
You got it. You got it.
It's your
No!
turn. What is your turn?
No! No, it's not my turn.
No, I'm just kidding.
But I've got so many more healing words.
I don't care. I don't care.
Barley came to make sure you're okay.
It's still my turn, right?
Yeah.
I'm not going to attack it again.
Okay, that's fine. One more go.
No! So what happens if Tukey?
We're bouncing.
What if Tukey falls?
We're bouncing and then we're bouncing.
I love this.
Bouncing
combo.
off the ground?
Yeah, that's what's going to happen.
Fine, we're leaving.
Thank you. Thank you.
But can we leave in a minute? Okay, we're leaving. I'm gonna shoot it at disadvantage. And then
You
we're
could
gonna
just
talk.
hold your action
Hold my action for what?
till his turn. Hit it at. Never mind, I'm not there.
He's not gonna hit it, he said.
But he can hit it at 150.
Yeah.
He can hit it at 150, which is where we're backing up. We're retreating. But as we're retreating, I'm gonna hit it.
I mean, Tuki uses his movement, which is not taking away from your action, so.
Well, we're not going any further, right? Because he came 30 feet, and now he's moving back. Is that
Well,
what
the
you're
dragon
saying?
went back,
Yeah,
so you're
okay.
150 feet.
Okay. Is he going to bother? It's not that
Attacking
much-
us again? He totally is, because every time we attack him, he attacks us back. Yes, he will attack us. It's a pretty clear set of chain of events that happen here. We've seen this like enough times to form a really good, at least semi-tested hypothesis here.
What if he doesn't recharge this time?
Yeah.
You think he's the Energizer Bunny?
I didn't get knocked unconscious by smashing my head against the wall that time. What if I do it again?
But I can literally heal you like
Yeah.
8 more times.
It's not even me at this point. Like, if Tukey goes down,
I can heal him.
we're dropping with him that turn because we're immediately falling
But
100
it's
and something feet.
110 feet. There's
You don't
plenty
fall
of
that
time.
fast.
No, you drop that turn. You hit the ground that turn.
500 feet in one round.
Yes. Yes. 100 and, yeah.
There's cushion.
No!
We turn around, we book it.
Thank you.
That's so stupid. What was even the point?
Just drop
That's
them
a
off.
really good question.
Okay. We're dashing away.
Thank you.
Okay. Did you want to make one last attack before Tukey turns?
No.
I mean,
Okay.
I really don't know why you wouldn't. It's
yeah, it's a
you're-
free. If you're going 100 and whatever feet away,
I mean, that can happen after you take. You're 150 right now.
Okay.
If you
Yeah.
want to take it at disadvantage.
Natural 20 and 16.
Oh.
Disadvantage.
Okay, so with 16 plus that I hit, and then I'm gonna do. Oh, that was a D4. I don't hit D4s. Sorry, and I lost my dot. A D8. So 7 plus 4, so that's 11 plus 3.
it's a
14.
Get them.
And then we book it.
Okay. So with that, Tukey dashes away, moving 100 or 240 feet in his turn. Well,
We never moved because the dragon moved towards us.
right. But if
It gets off one last breath attack.
would it be able to dash the way that Ian's ruling has it? Because it doesn't have an action to use as a dash.
Well, since
No.
she wasn't using
Really?
Tukey that turn, well, I guess it would cycle around on.
Kind of your call on this one.
Yeah.
A little fuzzy.
Yeah, just it's
It's
up
fine.
to you how you want
As,
to roll.
as you guys, even at 120, if you move 120 feet away from, and you were at 150, that's 270 feet. And the dragon can only move 90 feet, so it can only get
200, so you're still 50 foot of clearance,
Right.
70 foot of clearance, whatever it ends up being.
yeah. So you guys are good, whether it dashes or not. You guys are in the clear. And where are you? Where did you tell Tukey to go?
So we never made a game plan.
Because we're all
So
morons.
where? But I would
No,
calculate
it's
about.
movement now. Kite it.
No, I would calculate about like how far they'd be able to travel and where they were going, and we're gonna circle back. So we're gonna try to look for them on the road.
Yeah, you know we're at least on the road.
Yeah, I know they're on the road, and that's
Just
all we're
keep
looking
following
for.
the road back. And in theory, we would bump into them.
Basic MMO mob pathing. You can kite it indefinitely.
I like that in.
Bring it over to the white dragon ship. It sees that there's an abomination. 2 problems solved at once.
Oh my god!
No, that's not gonna happen.
Let them fight.
It's also like 3
like
days
Godzilla versus
away.
Mechagodzilla.
It's like
Yeah, 3 days away.
at least.
If we had planned this better, we could have gotten back there, stolen the skeleton of the dude off of her thing, so she went berserk, and then just kited her all the way back to this fortress
No,
before
we
the
would have
dragon
gotten eaten
left.
before that.
No one assessed enough to
plan.
kite her.
Totally
try.
flawless.
You have to be
Eventually
faster than the
progress
thing you're
past the point where
kiting.
that could happen.
Darn. Next time.
Next time.
Next run through.
Next run.
Next time, more stupid plans.
This was a good plan.
No, it
We get-
wasn't.
It was.
No, it was a terrible plan.
All the village people. Have you heard of the Have you heard of the peasant railgun?
Yes, I have. It doesn't work.
It does.
I have 5 peasants with me. How do we turn them into railguns?
So, you have a whole bunch of peasants standing in a line. They all act on the same initiative because it's easier for the DM to just have the same things act on the same initiative. They can each hand off an object as a free action. About 1,000 peasants, and in 6 seconds, the thing moves down the line.
You holo maneuver
I don't think it works that way.
It does not.
It does not.
It does not. But it's funny to think about. In the meantime, our scouting party, who turned into the primary engagement party,
Recon force.
Yeah, it'll still take Tuki about 20 minutes to get back to you guys, which puts you about 20 minutes outside of Targos. And so 40 minutes for you guys has passed.
We still did some damage.
42.
And it could have been enough to send it back to base.
It's still looking pretty good when we were last
how
engaged
overall-
with it, right?
Yeah, we've done,
It really doesn't show damage.
see, we've done like 100, just shy of 150 damage to it now without actually like hard engaging it. So.
And then whatever the towns have done to it. So if it's getting to a threshold, I imagine it's
Probably has like 3,000 hit points.
Hey, yeah,
We're like, the only damage that can be done to it is by salt water.
That'd be hilarious.
erosion.
All right.
Everyone, prepare your spray guns.
So about 20 minutes outside of Targos, you do notice Tuki in the distance approaching.
Looking a little sunburned.
Does Tuki even show wear and tear?
No, I mean he's pretty fine.
Oh, so he's fine.
As he lands, you
That's
see
why
a
I
few
was trying
feathers,
to
a little
keep
charred on the
It's
end,
bold
but that's
though,
it.
so like,
Yeah,
run.
gotta give it.
If he's not gonna cast a spell, I can't
You
cast a spell.
see-
There's nothing
Can
I
I
can
get
do.
their attention? I don't think they know we're here.
Thaumaturgy. Hello.
Hello. Yeah, I just shout.
Okay.
I'll throw up some.
The people on the immediate surrounding of you of the road kind of all like scatter as
It's fine.
as this goes off.
We needed an LZ anyway.
Cowards.
And then Tuki lands, and even more people are like, "What the fuck?"
I just gotta look
A
at them.
few
I'm like,
people,
me and Aunt, it's okay. He's with me.
you hear a few people yell "Dragon!" and like they dive into the snowbanks.
Well, how'd it go? Was the dragon at Tourmaline? Did you make it to Lonelywood? Did you warn the children and make sure our innkeeper got to safety?
I look over at
We
you,
already
looking
warned
very
her.
sunburned.
I sent a
We
message.
found the dragon.
Oh, did you guys kill it?
You didn't engage it, did you?
Did you guys damage it?
Yeah,
Nice.
about almost 50. But he could have gotten another fireball in, but he didn't want to. There's nothing I could do about that. He went down once.
Looks like
Like one time.
Like one
Oh, okay.
time.
Yeah.
I'm sorry you wasted your potion.
Did
It did
work?
help me.
Well, if it
A
helped you,
lot.
then that's what it was meant for.
Wait, how much danger were you actually in?
A lot.
You guys coordinated
Well, I
your
almost
attacks,
died.
so you attacked at the same
That
time, so
wasn't
you
the
could
plan.
go in and out and that whole jazz, right?
I have to admit, it was very
Next
reckless
time
of you two
express your
both.
assertive personality.
I expected more from both of you.
Tuki, could they have stayed and fought another couple rounds? No, I'm sorry.
Vorks does ask Tuki.
Okay, I'll text you.
Well, I'm glad
I
you're
don't
both
want to
here.
instigate.
Surprise attack on Bowl. That's weird.
He's
why
very
did you
mad
guys-
at me. He thought I was gonna let him die. I wasn't.
No, that's why we sent you with him, because we knew that you wouldn't let him die.
Exactly.
You're fresh. You're just rested.
That's why I gave you the potion, so you'd stay up to make sure he stayed alive.
Exactly.
Yeah, that was all part of the plan.
He
I
doesn't
didn't think
trust
the plan was
me.
them engaging the dragon without the rest of us, though.
That was
No,
the
they said they were gonna take some pot shots because they have range for days. That was Domino's idea. That's why I gave her the
Worked very
potion.
well.
Oh.
Well, it doesn't work if you stop shooting, I guess. But you know,
As it turns out, the dragon shoots back.
yeah, that can sometimes happen.
Like every turn. Every time it gets a chance to do something, that's what's been happening. As it turns out, it could shoot its laser breath a lot.
Yeah, well, true.
Wouldn't you? You had at least
3 for 3.
Oh,
Anyway, I'm glad you're back, both of you, and you, Tuki, safe. It was at Tourmaline then.
Yes.
Well,
Still.
Lonelywood's a wash.
Back to Brinchander.
we can get to. Do we stay at Targos or do we go to Bremen to try and save that town?
Why would we want to save Bremen?
Well, saving more towns saves more people.
I mean,
I'm all about that.
At this point, everyone knows to get the Brinchander. It sounds
Yeah.
like.
yeah,
I'll
it,
leave it anyway.
it sounds like the initial warning went out and everyone's heading to Brinchander anyway, so.
Let's see if to rebuild.
Like there were too many people back at the
Or we could
Tavern.
go cut it off again and get some more pot shots so that it never gets the Brinchander.
Let's do it. Tuki, let's go. Take all 6 of us.
Turkey
He
can't.
can't.
That's the problem.
Dude, this Tuki is the.
He can't. He's too far. He can't.
It's just
I got no problem
This
taking
is like
pot shots.
softcore porn.
I still have an hour. Oh no, 42 minutes. God damn it. The potion's
Well,
done.
No. You took it when you got there, so you're only 22 minutes into the potion.
I'm only 22 minutes. I do need some healing.
It was 42 minutes from when you left them.
Why don't we just wait for it here in Targos? It's reasonably. It's not as well fortified as Bryn Shander, but it's reasonably well fortified. We could take it as a group.
Okay.
I agree.
This one needs more healing.
So
than
it was at Tourmaline though, like 20 minutes ago.
Yeah.
Domino,
That
meet
takes
1
us
through 5.
forever to get.
So,
we could.
let me-
I don't know if we could catch it in time.
I mean,
I
not to
doubt
lonely.
it. Yeah.
Not to lonely wood. We
Yeah.
could head it off at Bremen.
We
but
could.
I'd rather.
We've been to
stay.
Bremen. Bremen was where the guy that uncursed me was, right?
No, that was Targos.
That was Targo?
The only thing we ever did in Bremen was walk through it on the way to the ship out in the sea. That's the only thing we ever did.
Oh,
We
yeah.
Just
and
walk.
Yeah,
barely
I knew it was one of
like,
these
didn't
towns.
Really
I
go
didn't
in
remember which
one.
one.
we didn't
You
stay-
Sort of
I couldn't remember
walked-
which one it was. If it was Targos or Bremen.
Yeah. No.
Yep.
Domino,
Were Targos when we were there?
bowl, meet
we-
1 through 5.
Hey, we never asked them their names.
They just
What are your names?
they don't have numbers right now. While the DM does everything else that she's worrying about,
Blood
she doesn't need to
sacrifices
come up
1
with
through
names.
5.
Dick.
Hold on.
Jim, Bob, Charles, Alex, Charles.
Why'd you try?
Why'd you throw Alex in there?
Grumpy, dopey.
Because I'm going through the alphabet in my head, and for some reason, whenever
I
I,
feel like
hit
they should
A, I
all
hit
be
Alex. Like, that's your curse. I'm sorry, buddy.
Ichi, san, sheep, go.
Senpai, hentai.
I sincerely hope your name isn't Senpai. David. I can replace Alex's with I'll make an effort to do David's instead of Alex's now. Okay.
I think they
That's
should
not
be
an
named
A.
after
No,
like
it's not.
civil rights leaders.
But if I bridge the connection in my mind, and when I think of
Martin Luther King Jr., get back here. Malcolm X, no.
Jesus.
Mahatma Gandhi, stop it.
Oh my god.
Stan, check your phone.
Oh shit.
Oh my god.
Damn it, Gandhi, again with the nukes?
Just take a moment
Game
to
of Civ.
process that Stan just started naming our red shirt NPCs after renowned civil rights activists.
All of whom were assassinated.
Damn it. Where
Oh
the fuck
shit,
is
you're
this
right. Well, have any of the civil rights activists made it out
book?
alive?
The NPC book.
Some.
Rosa Parks. When did you join my cult?
Pull 4 books out of the
Leave Rosa out of this.
You're
She deserves better.
Harriet Tubman.
I'm sorry you went down, but I figured you would. I was planning for it.
This just seems like really. It just seems like really inefficient uses of our resources. That's,
If you can name more efficient uses of our resources besides making it turn around so that the dwarves can, or the Durgar can finish it off, I don't know what to tell you.
well, we do have a town that's being actively fortified with a whole bunch of other NPCs, and
I don't think
probably
they're
has a
here.
bunch more covered. They're actively preparing right now.
But it has 100
well.
more health, 100 less health than it would have had coming to that town.
Sure, I'm just saying though, like, when we do get into like an actual big battle with it, then, you know, I'm still using spells for the day. Like,
Yeah.
I'm gonna be left with pot shots.
Yeah. It works sometimes.
I'm sure it can't
But
breathe on the back
Whether
of
you
its
get
neck.
your shots in during the main fight or ahead of the main fight, you still got the shots in. Like it doesn't change like the amount of stuff you did to it.
There you
I
go.
can't.
Tuki!
I can't raise my eyebrows excitedly any
Tuki.
faster.
Tuki. I grabbed Tuki and I
Wait.
grabbed
This
number
couldn't
2.
possibly go. This couldn't
Do you want my
possibly go
wand
wrong.
of web and try to web its mouth shut?
That's how it works.
So, May, to you,
Yes.
Tuki.
the
Me and Tuki are gonna talk.
your travelers will introduce themselves
Yes.
as Calloway,
Shit.
Dottie,
No.
Tiny Walbert?
Dutch, Bailey, and Bertrand.
Amazing.
Old Bert. Says to call him Old Bert.
Alright, so for the record, Old Bert was the one that got the leader message.
Okay. He was the 5th in the order I just gave him.
He was.
So it works.
Yes.
Jim, Johnny, Evan, Bailey, and Bushmilk.
Whoa.
Old Bert.
I'm gonna
4
talk to
horsemen.
Tukey, actually.
And Bert.
Okay. Very good, very good.
Tukey, I need you to get me on its neck.
Well, we got some time to plan. It has to fly around the lake and come back. We can strategize.
I'm gonna get on its neck.
I want to reduce.
Vorks, you asked Tuki to take you back to the dragon?
Oh no, when it comes. I'm not
Oh,
going
oh,
solo
oh.
just yet.
Okay.
Not now.
I was only half listening when you guys were talking
Only
about
crazy
you.
people would
Someone
ride
think
off.
of the children.
Dude, don't tempt me, because if Works would do it, I would die and I wouldn't even care. That'd be so fun.
Oh, with any luck, the children are safe.
So what is the plan?
I got no problem taking pot shots if we want to keep up with that plan while you guys fortify. I mean, I'm pretty full up and I have some decent range. If that's something you guys want to consider, it's up to you. I don't mind.
It matters how many of us can. Only the 2 small people or 1 big person and Tukey.
Yeah, I know.
So
If I
it's,
get healed back up, I'm good, but I think my potion will heal up then, and then 1 shot could take me down.
I just don't think the idea is really a very smart one.
No, it's not
is
smart, but
worth
it's
it?
effective.
Is it?
That
I mean,
just seems like a lot of better ways that we could do this.
Does it seem like it's only attacking from the air? Like its whole point is like.
No,
No, because
We're
it
landing on the
landed and
ground.
like it'll take its time to land and do stuff.
But that's when the
But
whole
was that
town is
was that for
destroyed.
retaliation?
What are
Okay.
the fortifications of Targos like?
So
Like, is
while
it
it's
walled?
destroying the
Is
town,
it,
of course it's gonna stay in
cement
the air.
wall,
Then it's gonna
wood
finish
wall? Is
everything
it,
else off down
like,
there.
Stomp,
but
stomp, stomp.
It's
Yeah.
Maybe I can.
can Tukey take
Stun it.
Domino and
He
me?
has more questions.
Yeah.
If it falls to the ground.
Hopefully. If not, I have a way that I might be able
Nah.
to keep it on the ground.
maybe I should have. Maybe
I'll
I'll
ground
Maybe
it.
if they live.
Maybe
if they're
we can
worthy
go
of
together
learning
and-
more about them.
Pot shot it. Keep it occupied some more.
I still think you can take both
You
of
can
us.
only
Yeah.
carry 1 person.
One large person.
Yeah.
Or the 2 of you. And for some reason, I just don't get the impression that you're very keen on going back out again.
Yep.
Can't imagine why.
Perhaps it's due to your medulla oblongata. Furiella.
Where did you learn to say these things?
In those books. You didn't see those tablets in Zardarok's little thing?
Didn't we read them?
Yeah, if you could read those, why didn't you read the book?
Well, I couldn't read them before I started reading the book.
You haven't read the book. We read it
Hasn't
to
read the
you.
book. I read the book.
Osmosis. Now it's like 13th Warrior. I listened to you guys speak the language long enough. Now I speak Infernal. I speak and
No
read.
one's actually spoken
In Infernal, to Kai, I say, I don't think that's how that works.
Yeah, I don't think that's how that works either.
I just say something way off. Like, absolutely, I am hungry.
That's not what you do to maidens for.
Yeah, we were
Wait,
talking
what?
about something completely different.
On our OnlyFans.
Targos has a wooden wall
Oh,
that surrounds it
fucking
and
useless.
extends into the lake.
Is it,
So yeah,
It's a
his
safe
means
harbor
of
for the boats.
destroying
is it
are
a wooden
flying
wall with,
over,
like, battlements, or is it just a
laser
wooden,
beaming
like,
everything in sight
wood
until it's
logs
gone, then
hooked to the
landing.
wall?
So we got to come up with a game plan that gets it to land faster.
Get me on its back.
It's more
If I can get within
For,
300
like,
feet,
threats
I
of,
might be able to
like-
make it land.
orcs and the tundra, so
Yeah.
it's not like
it's not a
someone
maybe-
patrolling.
What if
It's not a
Tuki-
wall wall.
I
It's
can-
like
What if
Those
Tukey
trunks
does
that have
like
been,
Stuka dive
planted in the
bomb?
ground.
Like it'll try to get me on its back, then Tukey can grab
Like
you
old
real
South
quick
Fork
and try to get you within 300 feet. And while
yes,
it's like
yes.
holy shit barrel
Yeah.
You can
rolling.
get within 300 feet on the ground.
Oh, you're right.
Yeah. That's pretty good.
Then yeah, someone Stuka dive bomb
So-
me onto Tukey.
Well, we know it's going to approach from the north, so if we set you on Tukey outside of the city to the northeast or west, after it passes over the wall, you can come in from behind, jump off, land on its back. We can be spread out around the city on the southern side-ish, waiting to take pot shots and engage.
When
we
we-
can plan this.
When we passed through Bremen, did it have anything that resembled a wall?
No.
If it's just wood walls and Targos, okay. That's whatever.
Bremen does not.
I like this plan so far. My plan is simple. I am human ordnance.
You five. What are your specialities? What are you best
Yeah,
at?
Clive,
Spears,
Jim, Billy.
clubs, bows, magic. What can you do?
Forks is like.
Do they all just like raise axes slowly?
You would see that each of them have like a short sword strapped. They kind of like move their cloaks to show the hilt of their
Okay.
short swords. Yeah, that's right.
If any of you are
And
feeling particularly sacrificial, you can engage it with a sword. That's fine.
they also have crossbows strung to their backs.
So I vote that we take these 5, spread them out in like a half arc around the city so they can continuously pepper it with shots from the second story of houses and various buildings.
I like it. Do as she says.
Does Targos have
Sounds
like
like
a
a
town
better plan.
square in the
Right.
middle where it's flat and
Excellent question.
not shitting our way?
Probably.
Okay. Where's your give your
Excellent
easy?
It's not
We get
exactly the
you
center,
somewhere
but there
on
would
the
be
same
a square.
range.
My other map is at home, but
Probably
the
not
map
the
is supposed to
second
be on the
floor
table
because all
somewhere.
the buildings get reduced to level.
Oh.
But at least a
Yeah,
place
no.
where you can take cover and take pot shots from afar.
I
Ideally,
like this idea.
in some. Also, you should be resting right now.
Not really.
Go to sleep. I just
That's
punched
what
him in the
there's
face.
not
He went
like
to
a
sleep.
town,
Short-
like a
short resting.
center,
You should
but
be short
there's like
resting.
areas
I
that.
can
There
do
is
a
a
song of rest.
less shit area.
Should
Really
just
only
sing.
two of you that needs it.
Yeah. Also, I mean, like, why waste
don't-
resources if we
It's
don't
not
need
wasting anything.
to? No. Okay.
What about?
She just sings a lullaby to the two of you. You guys are like
Yeah,
I'd
cuddling.
like to get you up in melee with it. If you wait on the southern side of the north wall, it'll fly over you and you can engage it from behind as Volks comes in on Tuki.
If we put him on Tuki first to try and stun it, then we all gang beat it.
That's another possibility.
But like I said, I might have a way to make it land. It's a spell, which I could resist.
What
but
if
I might have a way to
plan
make it
B
land.
is Joe or not Jonah? What if plan B is him
Jonah.
going up on it?
Well,
If he can get him within 300 feet,
If you're near Jonah, he can
could you?
make sure it lands.
oh,
How much magic did you expend earlier?
one fire.
How do you make it land?
Okay, so
Same spell I have.
One fireball.
Could you make someone fly?
Yes.
Oh, like the combination of.
That might be
Yeah,
very
like, as
useful.
long as
How
Jonah's
long does that
standing near
last?
him, he's like,
10 minutes.
I thought you were
I had a-
Keep you out of sight if you didn't have to
I've
do much
seen
more.
that
But if
happen.
we could get him flying with
While
the
it's
dragon,
distracted.
usually when I see it,
and
it
then get
does
him
happen.
on the dragon, that would get our main melee fighters
Like John
engaged.
was gonna
with
make it
this.
land for Vorgs.
That is true.
And
So,
it is
well,
attacking.
What do you think about flying?
Sounds great.
For us, what if we
You
could get
regain an extra
Vorastrix to use
1d6
his fly spell on you?
Oh, neat.
If you, however many
Then he'll
hit dice you're
Stay out of the way
using.
and keep
So
concentrating
it's-
on that, and
Whatever
you can
your hit
engage
dice
it
is,
midair.
and then roll however many
As
you want to
You
expend.
dive bomb onto it
And
with
then-
Tuki, so we get both of our melee fighters engaging it midair until it can land, which then Kai, you can try to force it to land. Me and
Jonah seems to think he can help me with, so.
Me and Domino can join the circle of blood. I mean,
Battleborn.
Delicious.
Pilgrims.
why are you here anyway?
You're here to assist with books.
Oh,
Yep.
I understand. Okay.
He said, I
So
understand.
we are part of the militia of Bryn Shandon.
Oh,
Very
that
good.
was bad. I should have used
I understand.
all of my dice.
Wink, wink.
But if me and Domino then join you in that spread out circle of taking long distance shots at the thing, I think we have a decent plan here.
So as long as I can concentrate with Jonah's help, I can keep it on the ground for a minute.
Fantastic.
That's all I need.
So, assuming all goes well and the plan works.
By what method are you planning to keep it on the ground?
I have a spell that traps things to the ground.
Fantastic.
Just a real quick hypothetical question.
Jonah asks, like,
41 out of 42.
another,
I'm at 35.
hello,
46.
these are the arcane arts.
I see.
What are you?
Hypothetically,
What are you
here,
referring
if
to?
Roll your
the
spell.
dragon was trying to shake me off with the barrel roll, is it an athletics check to stay gripping on there?
I should have rolled my last hit dice. Oh well. I rolled 5 out of 6. Thinking that I would roll a lot better than that, but I got 2 ones.
Roll the last one.
Can you?
Yeah.
You use them all. You just only get half back.
Are you taking a short rest?
Yeah, I
Yes,
they
they're
started.
attempting
Two of
to.
us,
They're
yes.
attempting
Okay.
to. While we
while
plan
you're
here in Targus.
walking.
We're in Targos.
We're in Targos planning while
We're in
they.
Targos, yeah.
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 Sorry.
Okay.
No, we wouldn't have
Yeah,
left.
sorry.
They would have come back to Targos where we're having this conversation.
Yeah.
We wouldn't have left Targos.
When they came back to you, you hadn't made it to Targos.
Oh.
Oh,
You
well,
were
then
20 minutes outside the city.
We would have gotten to
Oh, then we
Targos,
would've gotten to Targos
started the
and then-
plan,
Okay.
and they're taking. Yeah, well, we.
Yeah, my
figured
bad.
this-
I thought we were
we
in
can.
Targos.
Let us
My
know
bad.
if we can.
That's fine. I mean, you guys can go to the local inn or tavern and folks up there to do discussions. But
Is that
yeah, I was like, you can't walk into
took
a
your
short
1d6
rest.
extra?
We've kind of established.
I'm just carrying
that's
both of
no.
them.
Yeah, no, they're.
Oh,
yeah.
since we're doing this in the end, is that one super depressed innkeeper still here?
I don't think you stopped at this inn.
Yeah, this is a town with a shady dude.
If it's the town with the guy that cursed me, yeah, he's like super irritated. There's rats in the
Oh,
walls.
that's true. That's true. Yeah.
Yeah.
Is he still here?
And he's
Punch
just
him in
like
the
he's
face.
just like nobody tells me nothing, and he gets all irritated and just grouchy as shit.
That's right. That's right.
Yeah.
I'm getting the 10 towns confused.
Well, that's why I asked if this was Bremen or Targos. We couldn't remember which town it was that the guy was in.
Nobody tell me.
Nobody tells me.
So if the dragon falls, does it take 11d6 falling damage too?
I don't think the spell works that way.
No, if
But if it were to suddenly not be able to move in the middle of the air,
If it lost its fly
sure.
speed.
so like let's say someone kung fu fought it, and they were fast as lightning.
If you stunned it midair,
It's a Xanathar spell.
That's
It is
what I mean.
also
I knew I
possible that
didn't
you
know
can't
it, but
stun it.
I just
It's a
wanted to
robot
read
dragon.
it for my own purposes.
Just saying, that's a possibility too.
it is a possibility. But I feel
Just-
I feel safe on the back of its neck.
I do.
Just keep note of what hit dice you rolled,
Yeah.
just in case
it was
something
all of them.
happens in the. Well, I mean your total that you rolled, because if you don't finish the short rest, you won't get them.
Oh, gotcha.
So once we have an established plan, then we can make. I'll tell you if you get through the hour or not. That's all.
Okay.
But you would just be at the starting of it. That's all. And since they're doing stuff, I don't know where this is gonna go.
Mm-hmm.
That's all.
I guess the question would be then: did we get to Targos and like get to the I guess the end to start planning?
Yeah.
Okay.
I just didn't. There was just that disconnect where I was like, last we said you were on the road still, but yeah, you guys can just walk to Targos and post up in the inn.
Was anybody in town other than militia, or did they just all hightail it? Did their militia leave too? Is it like a ghost
When
town?
you get to town, no, there's still like people moving about, not in like a leisurely way, but like people trying to get as much in order before they leave as possible. There would be militia kind of around the outskirts of the wall as well as you enter, just like at Brinchander, keeping watch and also keeping like keeping the panic down among the refugees, and because you do notice as you're in town, you do see like a stream of people coming through the towns as well, kind of from both directions, like both towards Bremen and towards Tourmaline. You get people converging at Targos and then heading out towards Brinchander. It's just kind of a slow, steady stream of people at this point, but there are still people in Targos.
Okay.
So is the plan to wait here for the dragon?
I think so.
I don't think we know we can't get to Lonelywood.
Yeah, Lonelywood was our big like
We could
to save.
We could try and make it to Bremen, but if everybody's leaving the town, and does it look like people are coming from Bremen to, like you just said?
Yeah.
Or is it okay?
Yeah.
So they're
Oh.
coming from
At
Bremen
least
to
they're
here.
entering the town from that direction. You
Yeah.
assume they're from Bremen.
Yeah.
Alternative, very poor idea. We could go north of Bremen and try to engage it on the plain.
Good.
Seems like a really bad idea, though.
Yes, where we
Well-
have no cover at all.
Yeah, but I can only shoot at one of us.
I don't like your ideas.
I mean,
Well, you're gonna hide anyway. What does it matter?
At least we have terrain to work with if we stay in town. Otherwise, we're just open for it to attack and pick off each one of us as it chooses.
It's gonna
And then we have nowhere to run if things go poorly.
If we choose a place beforehand where we're going to make our stand, we can make trenches and tunnels and
Yeah.
it's an option. I don't particularly like it as one, but
Tunnels are a good idea.
just a giant game of whack-a-mole for that dragon. Zap. Zap. Zap.
I know, but it would fly away, wouldn't you think?
I mean, its objective is to get
Yes.
to the city.
That's true. We'd
Yes.
probably have to do it in Bremen if we went up there and just tried to save the structure of this town.
Haste.
Which I'm not particularly. I mean, I don't like the idea of innocent people dying in Bremen, but I'm not particularly attached to the city itself.
No,
But
but
it's not. It has no fortifications. It has no wall.
I don't think the wall's going to help us very much, to be honest with you, though.
It might. It'll provide a little bit of visual cover.
If I down it in the middle of town, because that's the plan, we wait for it to go into a kill box and then we light it up, right? So that's the gist of what we were laying out, but the archers and all of us and
More or less.
Yeah. Well, then the wall doesn't really matter for trapping it in the middle of the frickin' town.
So, question.
We also have the Bremen or the Targos militia here to help.
True.
Yes.
Bremen theoretically has their own too. But
Assuming you're staying in Targos, because that sounds kind of like what the majority want to do.
This is the good idea. It also gives us a chance to rest, which we don't have if we continue to march somewhere else and try and set up a fortifications in the middle of the field.
Well, it's really only you that needs them, but yes.
How long would you wait?
Well, okay. So, intellectually, right, we took a long rest at Brynchander, right? That was
Yeah, you've been up for an
it's also
hour.
It's like
Well, no.
3 a.m. or
so
whatever.
that
right
was
now.
that was 8
Piece of
hours
popcorn
at
and stuff.
Some
Brynchander,
water in
plus the 4 hours it took us to get from East Haven to Brynchander, right?
So yeah, it was 12 hours.
And
of,
it took 12 hours for the dragon to basically destroy Caer Dineval, destroy Caer Koenig, and get most of Tourmaline down,
Yes.
right? So logically, if it only has, say, half a Tourmaline, Lonelywood, and Bremen, it's probably going to take about, plus flight time, it's probably going to take about 8 to 10 hours to do all of that, I would think. That's what May is thinking right now, that if the distances on the map are accurate and the dragon's previous, destructive capabilities are representative of what it can continuously do, we'd probably have about 8 to 10 hours before the dragon gets to Targos.
Okay.
So,
one of us can keep tabs on it from a distance.
we could,
Just fly back once it starts to make its final.
but we have
linger.
we have no way to communicate, so we'd be relying on Tuki for an all-out sprint back to us to give us any warning.
Yep.
I will go with Tuki.
You will not. Vox,
We need you
I
where
love
the
you.
action is.
you're a good friend.
I'm supposed to go. I'm going to be dive bombing onto the dragon. I
You-
might
Yeah,
as
not
well
by
be.
yourself.
This is just to
this
keep
would be
track of
this
it.
would be
You can only
purely
take one person up.
Vox.
Yeah.
Vox.
But around us. We want you to do it around us so that we can also hit it when you're doing it.
Vox. We're talking recon,
He can't
flying
use
with
the
the
wall.
dragon from
Has to be one
afar
of us.
for several hours, not immediately attacking it at the moment. You would still dive bomb it once it got back here. But do you think you could restrain yourself for several hours at a safe
It's
distance?
not me.
keeping
It's
an
Tuki.
eye-
As long as Tuki doesn't fly at it, we're good. I'll just be really loud. I will behave myself. I'm going up with the bird. Later, y'all. Just jump onto Tuki, like a dismount it, and we're off.
But what if we need you here?
For
You
what?
can't heal yourself if
Oh,
you get
to
hit.
answer your question, I'm guessing we would be waiting at least 8 to 10 hours if we're waiting to engage the dragon here.
I mean, I think
How long would you wait to, like, what's your hard stop of something else? Or are
A
you
night's
just going to
rest.
wait no matter
A
what?
night's rest.
Oh, well, that's a good question. If we
That's what I'm asking you.
if we go 24 hours and the dragon hasn't shown up, what do we do?
We go back to the Durgar camp. Or I send a message
Or-
the next morning and ask if they finished it off.
Actually, that's a good point. If we wait for more than a day or two and it doesn't show up, you can just send a message back to Crandolpha and ask if it tried to appear.
Okay, so 24 hours is your
Well,
max
how
before
many
you-
till our next sleep? How many do we have till our next sleep?
We just
15.
A lot. A
yeah,
lot.
we just
Okay,
we just
so yeah,
we
so
just
it would
It's
be
3 a.m.
So
right now.
You just
Yeah.
woke
It's
up an
dark
hour
as
ago.
shit.
So at least until the next day, at which point Domino will check in with Grandolpha to see if the dragon is back there.
I don't think-
And if it's not, if it's still out in the wild, we're still.
Are you back to your normal self?
Yeah, besides one hit point.
Okay.
Okay. And Vorx is leaving with Tuki,
Well, I was
To
gonna
track.
say,
No recon.
the dragon.
I don't like
This
that.
is a terrible idea.
You don't have range and you can't heal.
I got tons. I got
You have
9 more javelin.
Yeah, but you
Yeah,
have to be
no,
at like
we have
point
to-
blank range to hit. That's not.
I'm not planning on hitting it. I was told just to do recon.
Yeah, I'm
Uh,
voting.
we don't-
The
we don't-
plan for what Tuki, whoever goes on Tuki,
just
which
keep
Vorx
it-
volunteered for, was basically to track the dragon's movement. When it gets to Bremen, fly back to Targos and say, hey, it's incoming, you've got like an hour or whatever. That's what Tukey and whoever goes is doing.
Okay. I can't talk, so I might as well at least go be eyes. What are you gonna have me run around and just start headbutting defenders out of boredom?
They could use some additional training.
Good.
Oh, that's a good. That would be
Or
fun.
we could like be also just spending time helping people build up fortifications in town. I'm assuming that there's like.
Well, only
parts
one
of the
person is
militia that are
going with
doing that,
Tukey.
right? Yes. Yeah, I'm just saying like for the
I
rest
was
of
gonna
the
suggest-
Well, unless you're gonna go, you're not very
was
good at
gonna suggest-
defenses. You're not going up.
Domino, if you still have, if you're back to being good, you have do you have decent perception?
If anything, Kai, I would have thought you or Soren would go.
Yeah.
Decent.
Okay.
I could go.
I don't mind going. It's not a big deal to me.
Yeah, no, then I'll sit
My
there and
perception's
spar
not
with.
that great. It's +5.
Are you
1 through
okay?
5?
Not
Yeah, no,
going,
I'll-
or you're gonna fight for it?
No.
Goddamn.
If you'll go, then I'll sit there and spar with 1 through 5.
Okay.
Make sure they're up to fighting standard.
I will. Good idea.
I'm a
I swear to God,
picker.
whatever that IPA is makes me feel like I have to just shit myself uncontrollably.
Really?
I swear to God, I had.
Go
when
shit
I-
yourself.
No, I
If we
keep
know-
getting up to go to the bathroom just to
If we
like
know
make
it's
sure
going
it's a
to
fart.
Lonelywood now,
Oh,
one of
no.
us, Bremen's not that far.
No, it's not.
One of us
Okay,
could
it's
go
not your
ahead
friend,
and
no.
see
Oh,
what
I've
their
never
deal
had
is,
this
make
happen
sure
to
they
me.
know,
I've
hey,
never even
they're
used
next.
Something that's done this to me, but it happened at the St.
them a
Patty's
move
Day
on.
party too. I'm like,
Wait,
oh.
Tukey already went to all
You
the
drank it
towns and
again?
told
Yeah.
them like.
I know, but I meant
that
like
was it.
now it's imminent.
I
Like
thought it was
they're
something I ate. Like I haven't
like-
eaten pizza in
we
forever,
have-
so yeah, it was a hot.
like yes, we warned them that like it could come at some point in time, but
yeah, I feel like I just
How far of a distance is it between here and Bremen? Targos and Bremen?
An hour and a
not a
half
fun
walk.
feeling.
Well, it's
I
more
imagine
like
this
2
one's like-
hours walk.
Welcome
It's
to
like not a good
Welcome to
road.
Lactose Intolerance.
Oh, okay.
Oh, that sucks.
if someone rode Alexander,
That's horrifying.
Is beer
Alexander's a
left?
huge creature.
Some beers do, but I'm just saying, like,
Quicken it.
that can. Some people
Smarties
are
have
also
become a unit of
susceptible to certain
measure.
things in beers, so
Yeah. Maybe like an hour
or sensitive.
Wait, what?
with Alexander. I can't account for the map, guys.
That's fine.
The distances between the towns has not changed. I've had that list the whole time.
Yeah.
That's not changed, but
All right. Well,
That's what I
Bremen
can,
is the odd one out because it doesn't have a road, so it's harder travel than like between the other 10 towns.
Oh, that's a river, not a road. That's why.
Do some triangulation.
yeah.
all right.
Yeah. So I'm cool with someone flying Tukey if Tukey's cool with it. I want to speak for Tukey, and keeping at least tabs on it so we know what we're dealing with or where where and it's coming.
Yeah, I guess it doesn't matter too much who goes as long as this time it's a very clear expectations that you don't engage.
My whole plan was to engage that last time.
That's okay, Domino. I have faith in you.
Thanks. I feel like
Okay,
you heard
so-
me say engage, right?
Who's going with Tukey?
I can go with
probably
Tukey.
one of the two of us, I guess.
Because I can also get back to tip-top shape in an hour if I need to, like,
Do stuff.
yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay. Soren gets on Tukey and heads off towards Tourmaline. And the rest of you guys kind of.
Hold on. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, and then the Goliath, and then the 2
Yeah.
plus. I'm gonna cast Goodberry, which gives me 10 little magic berries. I give 1 to all of us, the Goliath, the 2 spellcasters, Jonah, and then I got 1 left over that I will give to you, because you're faster than all the rest of us. Save this. Don't eat it yet.
You get 10 of them?
Yeah. If someone goes down, it'll give them
So you
just enough vitality to come back.
have 1 more.
There's 9 of us, and then he gets 2.
There's
The Goliath and the.
6, 7, 8, 9.
And he gets 2.
Oh, he gets 2. Okay, okay.
Because he's got speed, so he can, if
Gotcha.
he needs to dash to someone to be like, smash, eat this, and then bring them back or whatever.
Yeah, yeah.
Those heal 1d4 plus 1.
They heal 1 hit point.
One
Oh,
hit
just
point.
1 hit point.
They're
All
enough
right.
to bring you back. So everyone essentially has 1, like, oh, I'm close to this person, slam this, bring them back. It's just to administer to other people if people go down.
I can bring 3 people back up at the same time.
I was thinking, well, we're going to take a break here in a second. And then. Okay, so you guys are just kind of doing stuff around the city, the rest of you for now while you're waiting. So you guys are in Targos, and Sorn is with Tuki.
Yeah. So you're just flying to keep like tabs on it, right?
Yeah. I think his name is Nildar. Is that his name? I don't remember it. Yeah.
Funny.
Which two?
Can I borrow Nildar's skull?
Yes.
Thank you.
Unhook it and yeet it up the sword.
I think he has some important things to tell me.
I'm glad I'm not the only one who can hear that.
Speaking of skulls, weren't you going to talk to Father Sunblight at some point?
I leveled up after I hit him, so it wouldn't work. I have to be level 6 and then hit the living creature.
Living. Okay. I'm gonna say, still his arm.
Yeah, no, I can't just hit his dead arm. No.
Sorn can't talk to him until he's been dead for 24 hours, which
This is
it's
weird
not
little
been yet.
blind spot.
Getting close.
4 more hours.
Maybe I should take his skull too,
Yeah.
just in case.
Which one?
Zardarak.
I like him much more hesitant because it's a much more worthy one, but I still eat it over there anyway.
You take off. The rest of you are gonna spend your time doing various things around the city.
Yes.
Yeah, once we get established at altitude,
Yep.
I'll pull out Nildar's skull and just be like, you have things to tell me.
Oh, Hiroshi, our new compare.
Does it? I guess more flavor. Does it seem like it's doing anything? Like,
As long as you do what you need to do to activate it, I believe it works. So,
It's your
because you have a trait from him, or an insight from him, and you have his skull, so you're able to converse.
is it? Or start with an easy one.
That's why I have this on.
I'm in shorts.
Do you guys mind if I
and
turn this on? No? Is that okay? Okay. You got it.
Can this thing be stopped? Can this dragon machine monstrosity be stopped once it's out of the base?
So you say, can the dragon be stopped once it leaves the base? And it's
I was gonna say, if you want technicalities with the spell, the highlighted it would be the important bits about it responding.
okay. It would say,
Assuming you can even speak common.
yeah, I believe it does. The dragon is indestructible. Oh shit.
But we know it can return to base for repairs.
So it's.
Are you arguing with the dead guy?
I mean, for all he knows, he might think it's
Probably, probably
indestructible.
think, yeah. It's based on what the character thinks the answer should be.
Gotcha. That's fine.
Did your father put in any sort of way to bring it back? I assume he had to do test runs.
Good boy.
Father built it to obey. It will destroy.
Wait, how long have I been on the dragon?
It's your natural place.
Tired.
Does it have any weaknesses?
Where's the spot on the back of its neck? One perfectly placed ion torpedo would do it. Down the main cooling shaft. It's no bigger than a wall.
A small thermal exhaust port right above the main port.
It is of the Chardolin.
Man, these heads aren't as good as conversation for him as they are for me.
In pounds per square inch, what is the opening force of its jaw?
Are you trying to kill Amber in real life?
Strong.
Strong.
Maybe we should try asking Zardarok instead of his son.
What's the air weight and velocity?
I was gonna
of a
say.
light swallow.
Yeah.
Fifth and
We're
last
not
question.
talking to sunlight.
How do you think you taste it as I cram it into my pack?
Wait, did you just get rid of the skull?
Bitter.
Bitter. Got that right.
That's good. That's a good last question.
Orcs didn't want you, I'd drop you.
Where's the skull? I gave you dude, where's my skull?
Bro, where's
What
my
does
skull?
mine say?
Mine.
Mine.
Dude.
So it's about 20 minutes back to Tourmaline. As you approach, you see the dragon is still there. It looks to be at the very outer edges of town.
Still doing its thing, or is it like recuperate? Like, I say recuperating. Is it mobile?
Yeah, it's mobile.
Okay, it's doing its thing.
Yeah.
What are you doing?
It is the deletion dragon. Highlight, delete. Highlight, delete. Highlight, delete. Highlight, delete.
Like a reverse 3D printer.
Yeah, exactly. The on 3D printer.
I just thought it would be funny to give you the small dice than it was.
And it's hilarious, actually.
Tiny dice.
If they
Can I
weren't better
have
used. I still break them out every once in a while. Like, how do you want to
do a
behave today?
flyby,
Oh,
like
Harley.
buzz the tower and see if it reacts just to the presence.
How close do you want to get?
she's like, you're not the boss of me.
Right. Licking the tablecloth.
Let's- Would I know how far it was able to shoot Jonah? Because I was,
Jonah was 120 feet from it when it got hit.
but I'm saying, what would I know? I guess. I mean, we kind of chose that positioning, so. Okay. I'll go 100 feet. Within 100 feet of it, yeah. Or,
Okay.
yeah.
Go ahead and make me like a stealth roll.
I mean, I'm not trying to be stealthy about it.
Okay.
I'm like, just like if it's flying this, just try and intercept its path. Be like,
So you're trying to fly in front of it? Like draw its attention?
not draw, just be like, do. Oh look, meow.
Okay.
Why?
Like, he's not hiding his presence, but he's not particularly trying
I'm
to
seeing
attract.
if it.
Yeah.
Yeah, basically, my intent is to see if it sees us and just like, oh, bzz, or if it's reacting to taking,
Okay.
being fired upon.
As you fly in front of it and watch it, you do see it turn its head towards you and then go back to the town.
Okay.
Yeah, the lines are a little spicy.
Okay, I will. Feels bad. I will observe it until it's done with tourmaline to see what it does when it's done with a town.
Okay. So about half an hour goes by, and you see it kind of finishes up the last of the buildings, and then turns course towards Lonelywood.
And that's just
Heading
done.
right to it.
Going
Yep.
right to it.
Do you follow?
Yes, I follow.
Okay.
Does
It takes it about 30 minutes to travel from.
Does the path at all take it over the woods?
No, because Lonelywood is before the woods.
Alright, I just wasn't sure if the road, like, curves enough that as the crow flies, if it would take it there.
No, not really.
Can I fly on ahead, scope out Lonelywood, see if there's people still there real quick?
Sure.
And again, I'll like fly right over it and in front of it as another check of like, alright, it's not actively destroying a town, will it engage me? Even though I'm not hostile.
How close do you get to it?
Like maintain like a 60-foot hole around it as I go over and in front.
Okay.
Does this hurt? Does this hurt? Does this hurt? Does this hurt? Okay, that hurt.
It does not react to you getting that close.
Okay. Then I will just continue to fly on ahead of it. Specifically, I just want to check the orphanage and the inn. I don't know if there's enough, if I'm fast enough where I've got like the couple minutes to like look in a window, knock on a door kind of thing, and be like, if you're here, get the fuck out.
Yeah, you're only a little bit faster than it. So which one, as you fly over, like as you're coming down into the city, you don't see anybody out in the town area.
What a goof.
Which one would you go to first?
The inn.
The inn. Okay. As you land in front of the inn, open the door.
Yeah.
Get on the floor.
Immediate yelling, Sanar! I'll give it. I don't remember the contingency plan, but Sanar!
You open the door and you call out, and there's no answer.
Give it a good 10 seconds-ish. Like, give a second call out, and then look good. To the orphanage.
Okay.
Same thing.
Do you just open Nimsy's door?
Yeah.
You open the door, call out. You don't see anybody, no response.
Good. Okay.
Roughly about this point is when the dragon would reach and start its, at the southernmost edge, does its first pass of destruction.
Okay.
Wait, did we leave? I'm not there.
Yeah, hop back on Tukey.
Okay. Get back up in the air, out of the city proper.
Yeah.
Did they ever really go
Um,
bad?
Yeah, I'll maintain a, let's call it 150 foot distance to observe it. It sucks, but it's gonna have to destroy the town.
Okay, you're just gonna keep.
Yeah, just
Okay.
AWACS. Observing, no reporting really.
No reporting, just observing.
It takes it
Yeah.
about 2 hours to completely destroy the town.
Fantastic.
Jeez.
Well, it's very flattened.
And then it'll move on across
Okay, that's.
the lake.
This is your fault.
Yeah, this is. Yeah.
Forgot that was the one that squeaked. It was the only other one around.
It'll move on across the lake at that point, moving towards Bremen.
Okay, this is where I make my one stupid move. When it's like, what I assume to be the middle of the lake,
Okay.
I'm going to.
Oh my god, it's gonna fall in the water and the monster's gonna get it. Let them fight.
I'm
No.
going to attempt to
Not gonna happen.
get close, drop on it.
Oh no! Don't be stupid!
With explicit instruction to Tuki that, like, pick me up as soon as you can.
It's gonna be used to this now. I want
Why are you doing this over the lake?
Okay.
So he can stunning strike it, fall in the water.
and it'll
Well, that's
get
what he's
eaten by a
hoping
monster.
for. And if it fails, then he falls
If
in
this
the lake.
if this works though, Soren instantly becomes the greatest character of all time. He essentially one-shots the dragon.
No. This is not what's gonna
Make
happen.
me an athletics
The dragon
check.
and the sea monster merge into this horrifying amalgam.
This is where I wish I had 13 Yetis coursing through my veins.
You have 2.
Yeah. 8.
Ah, well,
Oh no. You go sailing completely past the dragon. And an orca eats you.
oh, he just jumps out of the water.
Upside, he doesn't take fall damage because monk, or at least not a lot. And the downside falls right into jaws of lake monster.
Or wait, can you Naruto water run?
No.
Not yet.
Oh my god.
You got 5.
8 total. Really?
This isn't really anything you've done before.
That's saying something.
The dragon is very big, and you are very small. And Tuki is very good at flying. So he got you right over the dragon. So when you jumped, you basically just fall onto the dragon's back. That's not hard. But you aren't prepared to catch yourself and keep holding on to the dragon. So you immediately slide off of its back. And start falling.
Okay.
Tuki would have been prepared for this. He's been around enough stupid creatures before.
Just had to put that in the
Barley. Should probably do something.
And he's able to swoop around and catch you.
Thank you. New plan. What if you just hold me by my feet? Match its speed.
I love this plan.
And you guys were worried
And I'm
about
going to
Boris going.
upside down.
Sure.
Try enough stupid plans. Eventually something will stick to the wall, right?
You can definitely try. Make me another athletics or acrobatics.
The same.
See if you can kind of gracefully slide down and into Tuki's claws, as opposed to jumping off and having him
shit,
catch
so
you by the
much
feet.
Okay. Oh, no, it's the same die. Actually. 22.
Yeah, this is no problem. You're able to just kind of. You almost like You kind of grab a tuft of feathers and lean sideways along Tuki, and you're able to get one of your claws like in his claws. At which point you can let go with the rest of your body and basically drop upside down and Tuki will grab your other foot.
Nice.
We have a punching turret.
And then Tuki flies back around to the top side of the dragon.
Shinderu. Nani? Hadouken!
And then I will, if possible, attack it.
You can try.
Oh,
You can punch it.
Yep.
This is gonna end either. I hope this. I hope it just stuns and goes
it.
down.
Regular, advantage, disadvantage, or anything.
That was funny. That was so funny it knocked Mucus out.
It feels like it should be at a disadvantage.
Understandable.
So true.
Terrible, not terrible. 17.
Our monk is
It's
flying
just enough
upside
to
down,
hit.
punching
All
the
right.
dragon.
He's being held like a punching turret.
Yeah, 1d6.
Our monk is being held upside down by a flying parrot
8
over a dragon.
magical
as he
piercing
punches
damage, and a Constitution saving throw.
as he attempts to stunning strike it.
It's like back here. It's like a snake. Can't reach all the
Yeah,
way.
sure, right.
Do a barrel roll.
Constitution.
Yes.
And what's the DC?
15.
It saves.
Okay. Extra attack.
He's like, all right.
Yeah, like, can I get a full like round of
Yeah.
attacks on it?
I mean, you do have infinite punches. You could be at this all day.
Yeah, I guess.
Yeah, just keep burning. You can come and get a rest.
Just go
Until it smacks you.
until it eventually turns around and is like,
Yeah.
no.
Freaking laser breaths you.
Tuki's like, again. Tuki's not going to want to drop me onto the dragon if
Right.
it's already been used as a meat shield
And freaking
once.
laser breath 3 times.
I guess I'll just. I don't know if I need to declare it now, but I'll probably do flurry of blows. But at the end of the attack action, but I think extra attack is part of the attack action. So I'll start with the extra
Yeah.
attack. 16.
That'll miss.
Okay. We have found its AC officially. So then this would be the flurry of blows, which is what, 2 more? Worse. And we're back to the 17.
That'll hit. Is there a reason you dropped that on the floor?
Nope, it just totally fell out of my hand. 5 magical piercing.
Clunk.
It saves the stun again. I assume you're doing that.
Yes, I
It
was.
saves.
So let's see. Flurry blows. Stun strike.
Try to bite it.
Turns out, the giant metal construct of the dragons might have a decently good constitution.
Unfortunately.
And every
Just
now and then,
maybe.
it might.
Yep.
Mr. Thick Boy over here might actually be kind of tough.
But he could roll
So,
You never know.
if
More than
Tuki
that.
can pull me to safety, that would
1
be
in 20
great.
chance.
However, I understand if it's now the dragon's turn.
You were like the buzzing of flies to him.
I need you to make a wisdom saving throw.
Oh,
This is new.
yeah. Look, you're figuring out so many things about what the dragon can do.
He's a monk,
15?
he's fine. Oh, he's not fine. He's a monk, he's not fine. Okay, I'm sure he's fine. You're probably fine. 15's pretty high.
Well,
He has some I'm a ghoul bullshit that will get him out of this.
Don't think so.
Nuh-uh.
do you have anything
This
against
Tuki is
being
a gift.
charmed?
This Tuki is a car.
Not yet, I don't think you do.
Nope.
Eventually, yeah.
If Forks would have won, he would have been good.
You'd been instant charmed.
No. I'm hella resistant to charm, actually. One of my trophies.
Nice.
Nothing about charm.
Forks aren't just because I'm that gay.
Okay.
Body
Both
armor
you
just
and
'cause I wanna
Tuki are
make it.
charmed.
Great.
by the dragon.
Oh gosh.
Well, this is so amazing.
Turns out it doesn't just shoot lasers and smack things.
Worst possible outcome achieved.
Wait, Tukey can get charmed? This is a bitch, Tukey. What the fuck is this, bird?
Okay, this is Martin's stat block, just so y'all know.
Wow, you might as well have just given us like the fish man. You should have given me if you're gonna make him as useless as Tukey. And there are no mushrooms in the frozen waste. Like this Tukey is essentially a pair of wings.
Which is a lot more than we
Tukey's
had.
strengths lay in a flock of birds, which he does not have.
Oh no. I love it.
And his army of one paladin.
Tukey is the guardian parrot over a whole flock of parrots. And if he doesn't have his flock, he's not really much of a guardian, is he?
Apparently not.
No,
Hey, he just caught him out of midair, so I mean,
Did you say a parrot?
I was gonna make a joke, but I didn't.
What's the worst pun?
That was clever.
so essentially, you're charmed for a minute,
Okay.
Amazing.
That's
and
not so bad.
it's just going to send you back towards Tourmaline, or Lonely Woods, I mean.
Mm-hmm.
So it's basically a minute of you guys flying in the wrong direction as fast as Tukey can,
Turn it back around.
and then the charm wears off.
Do I understand what happened? Like,
When it wears off, yes.
Yeah.
Because during it, you're just overwhelmed with the sense, like, we must go away from here, essentially. But then the charm wears off. Tukey will say to you, "That was unpleasant. Should we turn back around and go back towards the dragon?"
yeah, at least to maintain the reconnaissance.
Okay.
Though, damn it, if it's still over water when we catch up, I'm trying that again.
Yes!
2 more key points.
Do it!
We're gonna enter this fight. She's gonna have no third level spell slots. You're gonna be at like half health without at least one of your fireballs.
Yep.
You're gonna have no key points left.
Yep. We have too many stupid experiments to do to wait to bother saving our resources for an actual fight.
But number 5 is gonna step up.
Oh, bird.
Bird, oh yeah.
All
The
bird's time to shine.
The
Yeah,
NPC
I mean,
is what's going to save the
It
day.
takes an hour and a half to get from Lonely Woods to Bremen, so you've got plenty of time to try again if you would like.
Get him.
Yep.
Fucking go.
Lucky go.
Let's do it.
Carefully get back into the upside down position.
I don't think you've ever left that position.
Yeah, I think I imagine.
I
Yeah, you were
assume
just
after
literally on this like
I
hanging
assume
there.
after the charm wore off, I got back on his back and be like, alright, let's, well, I guess it was only
It was a minute.
a minute charmed away, minute
Yeah.
charmed back.
I imagine it's
yeah,
like a dog with like
yeah,
your,
staying position,
like
like,
your head out
yeah,
the window, just like.
I wonder if it's even
This point's so
possible
much
for this
blood rushing
dragon
to
to
your head.
fail
You're
this
getting a little dizzy.
constitution. I don't think
That's
I
stupid.
have a headache.
You got up very lightly on that charm effect too.
Yeah.
Get it. Do it.
I mean, you think I'm doing
it.
anything
Yeah.
suicide. Okay.
Finish fucking him the fuck up. You got this.
Straight up, and then after 59 seconds of flying straight up.
Eat shit.
Nope.
God damn it.
Can you make them do things that
Eat
are
more
lethal
shit.
to their allies?
Yeah, not.
Well, that's convenient.
17. I really like those 11s
gives
on
you
the die.
advantage on the or disadvantage on the save, but it's not directly harmful to
4
them.
magical piercing and a
Harmful to
con
allies.
save.
I think it should work. Maybe not.
Slightly off.
You usually can't make people do things that hurt themselves.
Yeah,
You
themselves.
can make them hurt other people, but
Right.
you can't make them hurt themselves.
And I will just do
Charge
1
does it.
basic bonus attack instead of the flurry.
Get them. Yeah. I mean,
That's definitely cocked.
let's go.
Okay, dirty 20.
Get them.
That'll hit.
Come on.
8 magical piercing and a con save.
No, it just says that they're.
Yeah.
Sorry, I missed
Some
what the
of the
first
friendly
damage
to you.
was.
It was so it was a 4.
It's pretty ambiguous
And then
wording,
8.
but it's
Yep.
like you viewed someone as friendly. So
And he's also friendly to him.
Yeah, but
so.
being charmed by a creature doesn't mean the charm person spell. They're completely different effects, so it's not really a good basis to base it off.
Does the charm effect only work on humanoid? I guess. I mean, it did Tuki.
It affects you.
Okay.
Are you gonna try again?
No, I am.
You're gonna fall back and
I'm
just
spent.
watch.
Yeah.
Okay.
Can you sleep while you're on Tukey?
No.
Like Flash? Just-
Okay, so
That
what
bird
I
doesn't
have
seats.
gathered.
Of course not.
You said, Harley, shh, Harley. You said it took like 2 hours to get Lonelywood flattened.
Yes.
Okay. I'll follow it to Bremen, hang out
Off.
a good quarter mile on the outskirts,
Off.
and take a quick short rest if possible, and just kind of watch the destruction and be like, unpleasant.
This reminds
Okay.
me of home.
So it was an hour and a half
Looking
to
at myself.
Bremen. It takes about 2 hours
So
to
hypnotic.
flatten Bremen.
just
So
looking.
in that time you can get a short rest.
Okay.
Did I get your key back?
Yep.
Nice.
Go again!
It's not gonna find.
No, I'm not gonna.
It's gotta be over water because that's genius.
Yeah, the water was the idea. Especially the lake monster thing. But so yeah, I'll just keep up the reconnaissance and report back when I needed to.
Okay. As it's getting towards the end of the town, you make your way back to Targos. You would arrive back at about please stop. About the 6.5 hour mark from when you left.
Okay.
So, 6.5 hours for you guys back at Targos. If there's anything specific you guys want to do, we don't need to
I
role
guess
play
just
out
all we
all
would-
the.
I guess all we'd really do is we'd set up where we want to try and
Yeah.
down it, so that way all of the militia and our Fab 5 can take their pot shots at it, and all of us can take pot shots at it for cover. So we would spend the time setting all of that up.
And I'm gonna use...
We would spend the time, anybody who could not be moved, we would get them underground, so that whole deal, and then
I would think the best place in Targos to try to get the dragon down would be like right there, which would be the largest open spot. Really, it's not
Yeah.
really a town square, but like
But
that
if it,
area.
unfortunately, my worry is that it's just gonna. We've watched it attack
it's
the
gonna
town.
go-
It's just gonna. Yeah, it's just gonna go back and forth. So once we, like, as soon as it comes over the wall, we may just not have a choice.
Yeah, it's fine.
I'm gonna take a quick, like, probably hour
That's
out
fine.
of everything, and I'm gonna tie the last 20 feet of rope I have into some kind of weird harness. And I don't know when I picked up 2 metal
You want
hooks.
to try like right there?
Yeah,
But I'm gonna
Get it
just
down,
stick
like,
them
right
on
there.
the ends
Whatever
of
the
the
visual
rope,
ends
so
up
if I
being, yeah.
miss, I
We
can
would
just
just
like
set
hook
up
onto the track.
perimeter. How many militia does Targos have left?
Why do I have
How
those?
much of the Targos militia stayed in the city?
It's a good question. Only you have the answer to that.
All of them.
I should
which is-
take notes
which is how many?
automatically. I want to know why I have these. The first bugbear, Fallschirmjäger. For some reason, my paratroop is German.
Well put.
Targos has 200 soldiers and 16 commanders.
Sweet Christ! Everyone, stay calm. We are taking over the ship.
Look.
Plus,
I.
Who's the like?
Why do we want the
plus
ship?
a leader of the
Yeah, say
militia.
who's the leader of their militia? Because we need to have a talk.
His name is Scath.
Hey, Scath.
All right, Scath.
How's it going?
He's a tiefling.
My man.
All right.
All right.
Do you have any weird jewelry
red
by
skin, blue
chance?
skin, green skin, purple skin.
What about his choice in jewelry? Any noticeable fashion accessories by chance?
He's not on the cult list, is he?
No, not that cold.
No,
I
He's
don't know.
purple.
he's purple. Sweet.
Kind of beautiful.
Dope.
Bird.
Purple tiefling.
He does not have any jewelry.
Is he the speaker or the commander of the militia? Sorry.
The militia.
So we would spend a fair amount of time
Yep.
with Mr. Scath if he would listen to us, talking about how to position the entire militia in such a way that we can surround and down this piece of shit dragon.
Yep.
Are we gonna have bows with like rope attached to them to pull it down?
Me and Jonah have been talking, and we think we have a way by our combined efforts where I can keep it down for hopefully at least a minute for everyone to pounce on it. Once it's down, if we want to try the rope thing, if we have means of doing that, so that way I can concentrate on other things. Cool,
We
but
can, if you get it down, we can have a number of the militia actively running around it with
save,
ropes to
right?
tie it to the
Yeah.
ground.
Yeah.
it's a strength save.
This is essentially becoming the Battle of Hot.
I don't think that we can defeat this thing.
I think we can.
And so we'll basically be like, we'll explain to Scath how it basically systematically just starts at like an edge and straights back and forth. So once it gets beyond the outer wall, we'll pin it. Or we can try and pin it, I guess, outside the wall and just have everybody on the wall just unload. I don't know how many people you can fit on that wall with that range,
It's not
but
really an-
It's
on the
not
wall.
a wall that you walk on. It's like a
no, well then yeah, never mind then.
It's just kind of like a barrier.
yeah, it's just like a barrier wall.
Thick tree trunk spike
Yep.
wall.
Yeah.
Yeah. Alright, well then, yeah. Basically, once it gets over that, I would pin it as fast as I could inside the town, so that way it doesn't destroy the whole town. And then we would just unload.
Yep.
Okay. Yep. You guys can work that out with him. We don't necessarily need to go through all the details if you don't want to.
No, I mean, I would just tell them all
Yep.
everything that we know, what it's made of, what its range for its attack is, that it does this, if there's any actual healers or anything else in town besides us.
And
To
then
have things, prepared and remedied. Everybody else get the fuck out. Anybody who can't move, get the hell underground. Basically, just
at the very end of all the planning, send one last person as a runner to Bryn Shander to tell the speaker and head of the militia there everything we're doing in Targos,
yeah.
so that they're aware of what we are doing.
Okay.
And it's essentially dawn at this point, right?
It's been 6 hours, so yeah.
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 Yeah. By the time that Sorn and Tuki come flying back, it's about 9:30.
Yeah.
So I can use Ardorak.
If you want to. Basically, Sorn would get there after having been gone for about 6.5 hours. It would take about an hour from that point before the dragon comes into view of Targos. So, at the point that the dragon is within sight, heading into Targos, that's where we're going to end tonight's session. We'll pick up there next time.
Perfect.
All right.
Work's just gonna become